Region High School Tournament Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI. I'm Chuck Greenslade, live today at Bob Rand Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens, where the mighty Minford Falcons and the Valley Indians will bring the Lucasville-Minford Road rivalry into the Sweet 16 for this upcoming Division 5 regional semifinal. Thank you so much for tuning in to this evening's contest. Right now, the Valley Indians are taking infield. The first pitch is slated for 6:05. Over the next 20 minutes plus, we'll be counting you down to the opening pitch and getting you set for what should be a very fun evening of high school baseball. We'll talk about how these two teams have arrived at this point, and also the old adage, it's tough to beat a team three times in one season. That is what the Minford Falcons have going in their favor, because Valley swept Minford in the regular season, winning 6-0 in the first meeting, which was back on April 15th. And then in the second contest, it was a 1-0 win by the Tribe. That was on April 27th. So in the two games, Valley outscored Minford 7-0. But here's the interesting part of that story. Minford has only suffered 3 losses on the year, with 2 of them to their arch rivals. The Minford Falcons enter today's contest Southern Ohio Conference Division III champions with an overall record of 25 wins and 3 losses, 8-2 within conference play. Again, with those 2 losses to Valley. VHS, on the other hand, 20-7 overall entering today's contest, finishing up 7-3 within the SOC 3. Both these players have rosters littered with a lot of talent, people who can pitch, people who can hit. Let's take our first time out of the evening, and when we return, we'll tell you how these two teams have gotten to the Sweet 16. The Valley Indians and the Minford Falcons are getting set to clash from Bob Rand Stadium on the campus of OU in Athens. This is Regional Tournament High School Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI. We're back in 3 minutes.
Fantastic food, hot coffee, cold beverages, and drive-through convenience. Pay at the pump, always clean and courteous.
Thank you.
Download the Clark's app to get signed up for the Clark's Loyalty Rewards program. Earn points with every purchase to redeem cents off gas or free products within the store. Visit the Clark's Pump and Shop nearest you, with locations in Scioto, Pike, Lawrence, Jackson, Greenup, Lewis, and Boyd counties. Look for Clark's Marathon and Arco stations. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel. Collier Home Medical is expanding to open a second office in Grayson, Kentucky. Collier is a local durable medical equipment company providing and offering free setup of home medical equipment. Collier tends to home oxygen, portable oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheelersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Collier Home Medical. Josie and Carly and all the gang at Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal wish the best to our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill dirt or limestone, contact Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck.
Thinking about a home cleanup project, putting on a new roof, replacing that old broken concrete driveway? Then you need to call the professionals at Correll's Bulldog Containers. They have many sizes of containers to choose from. Whatever your next cleanup or project around your property, call Correll's Bulldog Containers. Open 6 days a week. Phone 574-4455. That's 574-4455. Locally owned and operated. Correll's Bulldog Containers.
Harris Floor Covering, located at 610 9th Street, Portsmouth, is the area's leading floor covering contractor. Harris Floor Covering has everything for your home or business, including resilient tile, sheet flooring, quarry tile, ceramic tile, outdoor floors, industrial floors, carpet, acoustic ceiling, underlayment, and more. Call Stephen Harris at 740-353-7959 or 740-352-9212. Harris Floor Covering, proud supporters of the youth of the area.
Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice. Your internet experts with fiber fast efficiency. Generations of exceptional service. Stay connected with a legacy. Online at Falcon One.
school regional tournament baseball from Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens is being presented this evening in part by the Sherman Cricker Insurance Agency, Collier Home Medical, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, Correll's Bulldog Containers, Clark's Pump and Shop, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Mako Finish Products, the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency, the Schmidt Family Restaurants, which include Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers and Buffalo Wild Wings. Tonight's broadcast is also being made possible by Minford Telephone and Minford TV, as well as Falcon One Internet, by Hope Source, the Glockner family of dealerships, Harris Floor Covering, Little Septic Service, the Real Estate Gallery, Portsmouth Block, as well as Portsmouth Building Supply, and the McKinley Funeral Home. I'm Chuck Greenslate. The Valley Indians and the Minford Falcons are getting set to lock horns here today in Athens in an all-Southern Ohio Conference Division III, all-Scioto County Sweet 16 matchup. The Minford Falcons have had a tremendous season, 25-3 entering this contest. This is a team that went to the state tournament 2 years ago, and they would love to pick up a couple more wins and get back there this season. So far in postseason play for Coach Eli Daniels' Minford Falcons, the team picked up a 7-6 victory over the Wellston Golden Rockets and knocked off Ironton here at Bob Wren Stadium last Friday 9-2 to claim a district title. For Coach Nolan Crabtree's Valley Indians, the postseason wins have come over Northwest and Lynchburg Clay as Valley defeated the Northwest Mohawks 6-1 and then took down Lynchburg Clay Friday 9-3. That's how those teams fared in district play, the two teams that we will see clash here this evening. Again, if you're just tuning in, Minford fell to Valley twice in the regular season, with Valley winning 6-0 the first go-around and 1-0 in the second meeting. It has been a banner spring season so far for Scioto County High School as well as baseball. Tomorrow, we will return here to Athens as a couple of Division VII Scioto County baseball teams will be competing in regional tournament play. The South Webster Jeeps will take on Newark Catholic here tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and then following that game, the Green Box should get underway right around 6 o'clock. You'll be able to hear both of those get underway right around 6 o'clock. You'll be able to hear both of those games tomorrow on 92.1 FM WIOI, as well as watch them on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. And here in Athens on Saturday, what a day it was for a couple of Scioto County softball teams, as both Wheelersburg and Notre Dame punched their ticket back to the state tournament, each returning to state for the second straight year, as both the Lady Pirates as well as the Lady Titans will go back to Akron's Firestone Stadium later this week to try to defend their state championships. Notre Dame will play Sycamore Mohawk on Thursday at 12:30 in a Division VII state semifinal. That game will air live here on 92.1 FM WIOI. If Notre Dame wins that game, the Lady Titans will play in the state final in Division VII on Friday night at 8 o'clock. Coach Teresa Ruby's Wheelersburg Lady Pirates will meet Casstown Miami East on Saturday at 10 a.m. in a Division V state semifinal from Firestone Stadium in Akron. If the Berg prevails in that contest, then Wheelersburg will return to Akron Sunday afternoon for a 1:30 first pitch in the Division V state championship game. We wish both of them the absolute best. On the regional front, the Cincinnati Reds fell at home to the Kansas City Royals 9-2 last night. Those two will get together again this evening for a 7:10 first pitch. Andrew Abbott will get the start for the Cincinnati Reds, who are 7 games out in the NL Central, currently in the cellar in the division. The Reds do remain 1 game over the 500 mark with a record of 30 wins and 29 losses. Another big story out of Reds land is Ellie De La Cruz. The all-star shortstop was placed on the injured list yesterday with a strain. La Cruz's spot on the Cincinnati Reds roster. The timeline for De La Cruz's recovery is expected to be 2 to 4 weeks. The Paints are off to a 4-2 start to begin the 2026 spring. The Paints had yesterday off. They will be at home against the Johnstown Mill Rats this evening. That'll be at 7:05. On another sports note of interest from our region, Miles Garrett is a Cleveland Brown no more. The phenomenal edge rusher was traded yesterday to the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for a first-round pick in 2027, a second-round pick in 2028, and a third-round pick in 2029, as well as a wildly talented edge rusher and third-year pro, Jared Verse. I'm sure a lot of Browns fans are very, very sad to see Garrett go, but they got a lot in return. On another NFL note yesterday, wide receiver A.J. Brown was traded from the Philadelphia Eagles to the New England Patriots in exchange for a 2028 first-round pick and a 2027 fifth.
You may actually be driving a vehicle that has a part they made. You may actually be driving a vehicle that has a part they made. At Mako, highly trained workers, many of whom trained at the Scioto County Career Technical Center's Ramtech training facility located nearby, make precision parts using advanced technologies. Mako Finished Products wishes the best to all local teams. Portsmouth, you can count on Buffalo Wild Wings every Tuesday for buy one, get one 50% off bone-in wings. Enjoy your go-to wing flavors or try something new like our limited time flavors. Grab another wings lover in your life or enjoy them all yourself. We don't judge. Your new Tuesday ritual is here and it's saucy. Ow! Head to the sports bar to get your wings on at participating locations. Not valid with other offers or discounts. See website or app for details. Adlin Hobbs is a junior band member from Northwest who is in the carpentry program at the Scioto County Career Technical Center. Adlin, what do you like about the Scioto County CTC and your program?
I've been doing carpentry since I was little and I love building stuff.
And what are your plans for after high school?
I want to be a photographer on the side and be a carpenter.
The Scioto County CTC, a proven past for building a better future.
Scioto County Career Technical Center.
Between Harrison Central and Barnesville, they are set to get their game underway at 6 o'clock as well in Cadiz. And the regional championship game between the winner of that one and the winner of this one will be played in Marietta on Thursday with the first pitch slated for 5 o'clock. The Valley Indians are coached by Nolan Crabtree and enter this game with a record of 20 wins and 7 losses. Here's the starting batting order. Leading off will be senior first baseman Carson Powell. Batting second will be junior right fielder Nick Queen. Batting in the 3 spot, the pitcher, Nolan Barnett, he's a senior. Junior Colin Green, designated hitter, will bat fourth. Batting fifth is senior third baseman Gabe McNeil. Batting sixth will be junior second baseman Hunter Cunningham. Batting seventh will be junior shortstop Ted Lansing. Batting eighth will be the junior center fielder Kason Zieber. And batting ninth, the junior left fielder Gavin Hanna. Also in the field for the Valley Indians this evening will be junior catcher Parker Robinson. So Powell, Queen, Barnett, Green, McNeil, Cunningham, Lansing, Zieber, Hanna, Evan Richards, and batting ninth, freshman right fielder Colby Glenn. That's Louder, Bradley, Borland, Frazee, Mullins, Napier, Donahoe, Richards, and Glenn. The Valley Indians are 20-7 entering this contest. The Minford Falcons are 25-3 and champions of the Southern Ohio Conference Division III. The Minford Falcons will be the home team on the scoreboard and therefore will get last at bats. They'll be taking the field first as we get set to begin this evening's contest from Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of OU in Athens. Minford is wearing white uniforms with snazzy red stripes that go horizontally across the mid-abdomen, and there's also a pair of red stripes on the shoulders as well. Red ball caps. Most of the Minford Falcons in Major League style have the pants all the way down over top of the socks and tops of the ankles. The Valley Indians are wearing white uniforms as well, but the bottom portion of the jerseys from about mid-abdomen down, mid-stomach down, purple, and then there's a couple of big purple and gold stripes that go horizontally across the lower chest area. Both of these uniform designs have kind of a retro 70s look to them if you think back to not the colors, but the design of the old Houston Astros uniforms from back in the 70s and 80s. We are just about set to get today's contest underway. It will be on the mound for the Minford Falcons, senior Ty Borland. He has had a very, very good career playing for the Falcons and getting set to lead today's game off. In the batter's box for the Valley Indians will be senior first baseman Carson Powell. Let's play some baseball. Here's Sweet 16 style at OU. First pitch of the evening. The lefty, Ty Borland, will deliver. And this pitch just misses for ball number one, slightly outside. Powell batting .395 entering this contest. He'll take ball number two. This pitch is just a little bit outside. Powell with the .48 on-base percentage. He's got 34 hits on the season. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung up on a miss for strike number one, making the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Of the 25 hits counted for by Powell in this season, check that 26 hits. 6 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. He'll swing away here, strike number 2. All of a sudden, Ty Borland has battled back to even up the count at 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. High. Carson Powell again, batting .395, entering today's regional semifinal. He'll swing away here and not connect. Strike number 3, and then the first batter of the evening results in the first strikeout of the contest for senior pitcher Ty Borland of the Minford Falcons. That'll bring up junior right fielder Nick Queen, the number 2 hitter. He's batting .333 on the season with a .448 on-base percentage, 25 hits on the year, 20 of those singles, 3 doubles, and 2 triples. He waits the first pitch. He'll get a piece of it, foul ball. The ball trickles back to the backstop. That'll be strike number 1. 0-1 the early count to Nick Queen. Here is our game today just underway from OU. The winner moves on to the Elite 8. The pitch. It's going to get the outside corner for strike number 2. 0-2 the count. Ty Borland quickly working ahead of Nick Queen. Both of these teams have been to state within the last. This pitch fouled. This pitch fouled over toward the Valley dugout along the first baseline. A long strike. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Valley went in 2021 playing in Akron. That was a COVID year. Everybody was masked up, social distancing. It was a little bit of a peculiar feel, but the Valley Indians were there and fell in the state semifinal. The Minford Falcons, they went state just a couple years ago. The pitch moments ago just missing for a ball. 2-2, I believe count. This one is swung upon, grounded by the third baseman, misplayed, but then picked up over to first. In time for the out. Nice job by Minford's third baseman, Evan Richards. The junior bobbled it, but stayed with it, kept his composure, and was able to get the pass over in time to Carter Frazee for out number 2. It goes as a 5-3 putout, and that will bring up the Valley Indians pitcher, Nolan Barnett, who is a senior. Pitcher on pitcher here as Barnett steps into the batter's box, hitting .442 on the season. Best batting average on the Valley Indians roster. He's got an on-base percentage of .529. He's going to hit a chopper to second base, fielded cleanly, over to first in time for the third out. 3 up, 3 down, and we move to the bottom of a scoreless first inning with the Minford Falcons coming to the plate for the first time. This is Regional Tournament Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Coffee, cold beverages, and drive-through convenience. Pay at the pump, always clean and courteous.
Thank you.
Download the Clark's app to get signed up for the Clark's Loyalty Rewards program. Earn points with every purchase to redeem cents off gas or free products within the store. Visit the Clark's Pump and Shop nearest you, with locations in Scioto, Pike, Lawrence, Jackson, Greenup, Lewis, and Boyd counties. Look for Clark's Marathon and Arco stations. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Sherman Cricker Insurance at 1033 Gallia Street in Portsmouth has been serving Scioto County and the surrounding area since 1870. Dan Cassidy and the staff at Sherman Cricker Insurance enjoy doing business and interacting with the great people right here in our community. Price, of course, is always a factor, but when you have a claim or a problem, you'll always be glad that you have a local agency and a friend that you know and trust. Give Sherman Cricker Insurance a call at 740-354-4444 or visit online at ShermanCricker.com. Scoreless as we move to the bottom half of the first inning on the campus of Ohio University in Athens, where we've got regional tournament baseball pitting the Valley Indians against the Minford Falcons. In the top half of the first, Valley went a strikeout, a 5-3 putout, and then a 4-3 putout to end the inning as second baseman Colt Donahoe fielded a chopper cleanly and quickly got the pass over to first base to Carter Frazee to end the inning. Due up for the Minford Falcons to begin the bottom half of the first inning will be the shortstop, Max Louder, the center fielder, Mason Bradley, and the pitcher, Ty Borland. Mason Louder getting things started here offensively for the Minford Falcons. He enters the contest with a .446 batting average and a .500 on-base percentage. 41 hits on the season, 35 of them doubles, 3 two-baggers and a couple triples, as well as a home run for Louder. Here's the pitch, and it will catch the outside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 the early count. Nolan Barnett on the mound for the Valley Indians. He will kick and deal. Squaring up to attempt to bunt is Louder. He got the bat on it, but fouls it back, and that will be strike number 2. 0-2, the early count to Louder, as we are witnessing the first Minford Falcon batter of the day. The pitch from the right-handed hurler popped up. Out and making a wonderful catch. He didn't field it cleanly in the glove, but he was able to cradle the ball between his glove and his chest, and that's a really nice play by the freshman behind the plate, Colby Mullins. 1 is away. It goes as F2. Freshman Colby Mullins recording the first out for the Valley Indians here in the bottom half of the first inning, and that brings up the senior center fielder, Mason Bradley. Bradley on the season, batting .440. His first pitch outside, ball number 1. Bradley, a left-handed hitter, working against the right-handed pitcher, Nolan Barnett of the Valley Indians. The 1-0 pitch. Swung upon and fouled back out of play. That'll go as strike number 1, evening up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Both these teams coached by graduates of their respective schools. Here's the pitch. Driven left field. It's going to drift into foul territory, and it will hit over on the warning track. A nice effort by the Valley left fielder, Gavin Hanna, but couldn't quite get to it in foul territory, and that will go as a long strike, making the count 1-2. Eli Daniels is the head coach of the Minford Falcons. Former player at Minford, graduate, went on to play some college ball at Rio Grande University. His dad, Brent Daniels, former football coach, former athletic director. He just retired after this past school year, which the school year, I guess, is technically done, but baseball season is not. A few Minford track athletes qualified for the state track and field meet at Jesse Owens Stadium at Ohio State University this coming weekend as well. Last pitch just missed the mark, evening up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Swung upon, and it is going to be strike number 3. Catcher dropped the ball, but Mullins was able to pick it up and tag Mason Bradley before he was able to take off down to first on the drop third strike. But it will be a strikeout in the scorebook for Nolan Barnett. And an unassisted 2. That brings up the pitcher, Ty Borland. He is the senior ace for the Minford Falcons. Left-handed hitter, left-handed thrower. He's going to ground the ball to shortstop, picked up, thrown over to first, and they're going to call him out. It was a close play. Borland just about beat it out, but not quite. The umpire over there had to think about it a little bit. He had the hand motions kind of going every which direction before he finally decided it was an out. That goes 6-3 on the putout, and that was a good job by the Valley Indian shortstop, Ted Lansing, getting the ball quick enough over to Carson Powell for the third out. So as was
Our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill dirt or limestone, contact Conley Trucking in the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck. Collier Home Medical is expanding to open a second office in Grayson, Kentucky. Collier is a local durable medical equipment company providing and offering free setup of home medical equipment. Collier tends to home oxygen, portable oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheelersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Collier Home Medical.
the Valley Indians and the Minford Falcons deadlocked scoreless as we get set to begin the top half of the second inning at Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens, where these two Scioto County and Southern Ohio Conference rivals are hooking up in the Sweet 16. Leading off the second for Valley will be Colin Green. He's the DH, and he will take ball number one. Colin Green, Gabe McNeil, and Hunter Cunningham due up for Valley in this inning, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Ty Borland continuing to work on the mound. Here's a swing and a miss by Colin Green. Strike number one, evening up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Green enters the contest with a .317 batting average and a .417 on-base percentage, 26 hits on the year, 21 singles, and 5 doubles. The umpire is going to go out and speak with the pitcher, Ty Borland, for a moment. And now he's going to slowly return back behind home plate. Beautiful field here at Bob Wren Stadium. It is turf. It looks like everything is turf, even the pitcher's mound. Sometimes with turf fields, the mound itself is dirt, but that doesn't appear to be the case here. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and it's going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Colin Green, the junior DH. Green with 19 RBI on the season, 3 runs scored. He struck out 7 times, make it 8 as he goes down swinging here. Second strikeout of the contest for Ty Borland, and we have the first out in the top half of the second inning. No runners on board, scoreless. Valley and Minford. Valley at the plate, and here comes the number 5 hitter. It's senior third baseman Gabe McNeil. He'll bat from the right side. McNeil batting .373 entering this evening's contest. Here's the first pitch from Borland. Outside for ball 1. Boy, it just seems like Gabe McNeil has been playing for Valley forever. And he plays about everything. He was such a good football player over the last 4 years. And he was a key cog in that football program early on in his career. Here's a line drive right back at the pitcher. It goes over the mound, past Borland, and Minford is not going to be able to get to the ball before easily safe at first is Gabe McNeil with our first hit of the day. A single for McNeil, and we have our first base runner as second baseman junior Hunter Cunningham gets set to dig into the batter's box. Cunningham batting .237 entering the game with a .300 on-base percentage. He's logged 19 hits on the season, 16 singles and 3 doubles, 18 RBI and 7 runs scored himself. He is going to foul one out of play beyond the first base line. Strike number 1. Gabe McNeil quite speedy over there at first base. He'll take a minimal leadoff. Ty Borland being a left-handed thrower, he can stare right at first base. Here's a pop-up, very shallow, coming in to make the catch near the pitcher's mound as the third baseman. Ty Borland got out of the way of Minford third baseman Evan Richards, the junior, let him have it, and that will be out number 2. Goes as an F5 in the scorebook, and that will bring up the shortstop, junior Ted Lansing. Thad Lansing, I beg your pardon. Thad is batting .286 with a .360 on-base percentage. Here's the first pitch to Thad. He chops it off the plate and then off of his shin. He appears to be in no distress whatsoever, never even flinched. But that'll go as a foul ball. Can't show it even when it does hurt. Especially in the Sweet 16 when you're taking on your rival. The 0-1 delivery from Borland. It is low for ball 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Scoreless here in the top of the second inning between Valley and Minford in the Sweet 16. These two conference foes meet twice every year, home and away. And it's somewhat rare, but they occasionally hook up in the postseason as well. More often than not, over the last few years, they've not been in the same division, but both D5 this year. Here is a shot that's going to be a base hit in between the shortstop and the third baseman, and Valley has runners on first and second as Thad Lansing logs Valley's second base hit of the day. So with that, Gabe McNeil goes down to second base. Lansing is safe on first, and that will bring up the number 8 hitter, center fielder, Kason Zeber, who is a junior. Zeber on the season has a .412 batting average, a .500 on-base percentage, and he has driven in 5 runs. Coach Nolan Crabtree is going to walk down from third base and speak with the umpire. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Gabe McNeil, and that is going to be Caden Lute, a sophomore. So bring on Lute to run for McNeil. Coach Crabtree will return to third base, taking a moment to coach up Caden Lute. Nolan Crabtree, a longtime baseball coach here at his alma mater. Last several years, he's been the head football coach as well, so very, very busy in Lucasville is Coach Nolan Crabtree. Here's the pitch. High and outside for a ball. It was a nice job by Minford's catcher, freshman Colby Mullins, not letting that get by. A pass ball there would have certainly allowed the runners to advance, who are on first and second, respectively. Borland taking a peek at both runners. Here's the pitch. It is inside for ball number 2. 2-0 now the count. Zeber on the season, only 20 plate appearances, technically 17 at-bats. He has drawn a couple walks. He will take strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now, the count to Zeber. 2 away here in the top half of this scoreless first inning, but Valley with runners on first and second. A good knock here by the number 8 hitter could perhaps put the Tribe on the scoreboard. Here is the 2-1 pitch, and it is outside for ball number 3, making the count 3 balls, 1 strike. So Ty Borland, 1 off-target pitch away from loading things up here in the second inning of this scoreless Division V regional semifinal. Borland will kick and deliver, and it is high for ball number 4. First walk of the day. And Ducks are all over the pond. Bases loaded with the number 9 hitter, junior Gavin Hanna, the left fielder, coming to the plate.
The left fielder, number 13, Gavin Hanna.
Hanna with a .270 batting average and a .372 on-base percentage. He's logged 8 RBI this season. A hit here, and he'll have another one or 2. This pitch, high and outside, ball number 1. So all of a sudden, Ty Borland, who has been so good throughout his entire Minford Falcons career, having a little difficulty finding the strike zone. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Swung upon, a chopper to second base. Mishandled, a runner will score. That'll go as an E4. It appeared for a moment that there might be a collision between the base runner going from first to second and the Minford second baseman, Colt Donahoe. They did not collide, so no interference of any sort. But Donahoe, who I'm sure was looking at the runner out of the corner of his eye, just couldn't field it cleanly. and a run is able to score, and Valley strikes first to make it 1-0. Base is still loaded as we go to the top of the order for the Tribe with the leadoff, Carson Powell, a senior, stepping into the batter's box. He'll swing away at this first pitch from Borland and not connect. Strike number 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 1-0 the score. Valley in front. And the Tribe with still an opportunity to pile on. But with 2 outs, here's a pass ball. Another run will score. No play at the plate. But sliding across was Thad Lansing with a little quarter slide. He went down to a knee as he crossed home plate to make it 2-0. Runners now on second and third as everybody was able to advance a bag on the pass ball. But most importantly, another run crosses the plate, and it is 2-0, and we have a Minford timeout as Coach Eli Daniels is going to walk out to the mound, and the entire infield will join the head coach as well as pitcher Ty Borland, just talk things over and try to settle down just a tad bit. Meanwhile, Coach Nolan Crabtree of the Valley Indians takes this opportunity to come over and talk with his batter, senior Carson Powell. Who is currently ahead in this count, 2 balls, 1 strike. A lot of baseball to be played. Minford 25-3 on the season, but 2 of the 3 losses were to this 20-7 Valley Indians team. Boy, rivalry games, you just never know. Throw records out the window. It's one of the oldest cliches in sports, but it's said because it's true. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Borland as the conference breaks up on the mound, and this pitch misses. High and outside, ball number 3. 3-1 the count. On deck is Nick Queen if the Indians should get to him. With runners on second and third, the 3-1 pitch, it's going to be bounced across home plate for ball number 4, and that is the second walked batter of this inning by Ty Borland. And again, Valley has the bases loaded. That will bring up Nick Queen, who grounded out to third in his first plate appearance an inning ago. Queen on the season, batting .333. 15 RBI. Here's the pitch. Swung upon. A chopper down the first base side. Foul ball. So everybody will go back to the respective bag, and we will re-rack things and try it again. 0-1 the count to Nick Queen. Batting from the right side of the plate, working against the left-handed pitcher, Ty Borland. Queen will await the 0-1 pitch, and his windup is Borland. Here is a delivery. It is grounded to third, and the umpire is going to say foul ball. It evidently hit the plate. All I can deduce there, but it's going to be a foul ball. It will be strike number 2, and Queen is behind in the count, 0-2. For a moment, I thought it was in play, which rolling down the third base line, it was, but it must have hit the plate first. Again, as I said, the third baseman for Minford had picked it up, and he was just going to step on the third base bag for the force out, which would have been the smart play, but a foul ball it is. That was Evan Richards there on third. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Can the Valley Indians add to their early 2-0 lead here in the top half of the second inning? Here is the 1-2 pitch, and it is going to catch the outside corner, and Borland battles back to ring him up. His third strikeout of the game, and that gets Minford out of this inning, but a good inning it was for the Valley Indians as they put up the first 2 runs of the game and have a 2-0 lead as we move to the bottom half of the second. This is Regional Tournament High School Baseball from Athens on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Septic Service in Wheelersburg has been dedicated to providing dependable septic service. Little serves Pike, Scioto, and all surrounding counties. Besides installing septic systems and cleaning out septic tanks, Little's does septic system renewal permit inspections. So when you receive a letter from your local health department telling you it's renewal time, just call Little Septic Service at 740-574-2033. From little problems to major issues, you can depend on Little Septic Service.
The McKinley Funeral Home has built a reputation for service over the years. Folks in this area know that the McKinley Funeral Home is a proud member of the Lucasville community. In your hour of need, you'll find them compassionate and caring, serving families in our area since 1937. That's the McKinley Funeral Home. Call them in your hour of need. The McKinley Funeral Home, Lucasville, since 1937.
The mighty Minford Falcons will have to play from behind today as the Valley Indians put up 2 runs in the top half of the second inning off of 2 hits, 1 error committed by Minford, and 3 runners left stranded by the Tribe. 2-0 Valley as the Minford Falcons get set to come to the plate. Due up for Coach Eli Daniels' Southern Ohio Conference Division III champions will be the 4, 5, and 6 hitter, senior first baseman Carter Frazee, freshman catcher Colby Mullins, and senior left fielder Mark Napier. Olin Barnett, the starting pitcher for the Valley Indians. He got him in order back in the first inning, getting Max Louder to fly out to the catcher, struck out Mason Bradley, and got Ty Borland to ground out to shortstop. Right-handed pitcher working against the left-handed batter as Carter Frazee gets set to lead things off. Frazee awaiting the first pitch here of the bottom half of this inning, and it is going to be low for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. Frazee batting .415 on the season with a .441 on-base percentage. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung upon, and it will be fouled out of play beyond the third base side. That goes to strike number 1, evening up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Frazee with 34 hits on the season, 28 of them singles, 5 doubles, and 1 three-bagger. 30 RBI, 18 runs scored. And he'll foul this next pitch away. So back-to-back fouls by Carter Frazee. He's making contact with the ball, but he's currently behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Senior ace Nolan Barnett getting into the windup to deliver the 1-2 pitch. Swung upon, and this one's fouled down the third base line. Fielded by Coach Eli Daniels, coaching over there at third base. Also the head coach of the team. Count will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch for the second time. We're going to have another 1-2 pitch as this one's fouled out of play. So the last 4 pitches have been fouled by Carter Frazee after the first pitch that Barnett delivered to him was a ball. Here comes the 6th pitch in this duel to lead off the bottom half of the second. It is very inside, nearly grazed him. That'll be ball number 2. Just about caught the arm of Carter Frazee. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. An absolutely gorgeous day here in Athens. It was 75 degrees at the time of the first pitch, and it won't get too much cooler than that as the evening progresses. This pitch way outside. Ball number 3, and now the count is full. So a good eye by Carter Frazee. Nolan Barnett has worked just about every part of the plate. Very inside, 2 pitches to go. Very outside just moments ago. And here's the payoff pitch. A chopper over the head of Barnett. Fielded by the second baseman over to first. But not. No, they're going to say out. 4-3 on the putout. Another close play over there at first base. We've seen a couple of those. Frazee just about beat it out, but not to be. And give all the credit to Valley second baseman, junior Hunter Cunningham, who was able to field the ball and get it over to first baseman Carson Powell in time. And that brings up freshman catcher Colby Mullins, who will bat from the right side. He's going to have a chopper picked up by third baseman on the run over to first in time. Beautiful looking 5-3 put out there. The third baseman for the Valley Indians, the senior Gabe McNeil. And boy, did he ever look good on that play. So 2 are away. After an epic duel between Valley pitcher Nolan Barnett and number 4 hitter Carter Frazee, the first baseman for the Minford Falcons, to lead off this inning, Mullins disposed of in 1 pitch, and that brings up the number 6 hitter. This is senior left fielder Mark Napier. Napier is a left-handed hitter. He'll swing away here and foul the ball back for strike number 1. Napier batting .319 on the season with a .433 on-base percentage. Shows bunt. Pulls the bat back and now swings away. Gets a piece of it. Foul ball. That'll be strike number 2. Colby Mullins grounding out on one pitch. I didn't even have the opportunity to share with you his batting average. He's hitting .318 with a .378 on-base percentage entering this contest. Colby Mullins, who was the second out of the inning. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Napier. This ball will be fouled toward the Valley Indians dugout. Count will stay at 0-2. Napier with 23 hits on the season, 19 singles, a couple doubles, and a couple triples. The 0-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Napier. Due up is sophomore Colt Donahoe, the second baseman, if Minford should get to him. 2 are away here in the bottom of the second. Valley leads 2-0 with the 2 runs put up in the top half of this inning. This pitch is swung upon and missed. Strike number 3. Second strikeout of the game for Valley's Nolan Barnett. 3 up, 3 down for the Falcons, and the score remains 2-0 in favor of the Tribe. To the third inning we go. This is Regional Tournament Baseball from Athens on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice. Your internet experts with fiber fast efficiency. Generations of exceptional service. Stay connected with a legacy. Online at falcon1.net. Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice.
Portsmouth, you can count on Buffalo Wild Wings every Tuesday for buy one, get one 50% off bone-in wings. Enjoy your go-to wing flavors or try something new like our limited time flavors. Grab another wings lover in your life or enjoy them all yourself. We don't judge. Your new Tuesday ritual is here, and it's saucy. Ow! Head to the sports bar to get your wings on at participating locations. Not valid with other offers or discounts. See website or app for details.
The Valley Indians have a 2-0 lead over the Minford Falcons in this Division 5 regional semifinal baseball game, coming to you live from OU in Athens. We are set to begin the top half of the third inning. Due up for the Tribe will be the number 3, 4, and 5 hitters. That's pitcher Nolan Barnett, the DH Colin Green, and the third baseman Gabe McNeil. Barnett going to try to help himself out at the plate. He's going to lead things off. He grounded out to second base in his first plate appearance 2 innings ago, and he's going to be hit by a pitch here. He will take his base, and with that, Nolan Barnett is on board. Nolan Barnett batting .442 on the season with a .529 on-base percentage. That's the 13th time this year that he has been hit by a pitch. And that will bring up the DH Colin Green. He struck out an inning ago. Green on the season batting .317 with a .417 on-base percentage. He's showing bunt, and he's going to stick with that. So many times we see batters pull back, but he stayed in there, and he got a bat on the ball. It went over top the head of the catcher and the umpire and went back to the backstop, and it looks like it might have gotten the finger of Colin Green, as he is certainly in some discomfort. He crouched down for a few seconds, and now Coach Nolan Crabtree is going to walk from third base over to check on his number 4 hitter. Definitely got the finger. He's wearing batting gloves, but still yet. That had to hurt, as you can imagine. So Green is going to pick his bat up. He will slowly get back into the batter's box, batting from the right side of the plate. He gets set to go back to work with Nolan Barnett over at first base. A very minimal leadoff by Barnett over there at first. Here is another bunt attempt, and this one's going to be fouled back high against the screen. That is strike number 2. So now that pretty well takes the option of bunting off the table for Colin Green. Green on the season with 26 hits, 21 of them doubles. 21 of them singles. That'd be quite a stat. 21 singles, the other 5 are doubles. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Ty Borland, high and outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to count to Colin Green. Third baseman Gabe McNeil is due up. McNeil has one of the 2 hits that we've witnessed so far in the game. We are in the top of the third inning with Valley up 2-0 over Minford. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung upon, fouled back, out of play. Colin Green hanging tough. That was the 4th pitch to him. He's fouled 3 of them off, and the other was a ball. 1-2 is the count. Junior Colin Green awaiting the 1-2 pitch from Ty Borland. It's outside for a ball. Catcher snaps the ball quickly down to first, but Nolan Barnett is sliding back head first, safe and in time. That pitch missed for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Like the idea there by freshman catcher Kobe Mullins of the Minford Falcons. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Low and inside for ball number 3. Count is now full. So a nice job by Colin Green battling back after being behind 0-2. Here comes the payoff pitch from Borland. Swung upon. It is a pop-up that's not going to get out of the infield. The first baseman will run under it, make the catch, and that will be out number 1. F3 is how it will be scored. That was Carter Frazee, the senior first baseman, getting over there to make the catch. And with that, 1 is away, and that brings up Gabe McNeil, the third baseman, as mentioned. He singled in his only other plate appearance, which was just an inning ago, one of 2 hits that we have seen so far in this contest. It was a shot right back to the pitcher's mound. Borland didn't have a play at it. The second baseman and shortstops couldn't get to it in time. He's going to swing away here, a drive to center field. The center fielder trying to get underneath it, and he will for the second out of the inning. It sounded good coming off the bat, but only made it about midway out into center field. F8 is how it will be scored, and the center fielder for the Minford Falcons, senior Mason Bradley, had no issues with that for out number 2. That brings up second baseman Hunter Cunningham. He's the number 6 hitter. He flew out to third base in the last inning. Cunningham batting .237 on the season with a .300 on-base percentage. He steps up to the plate with Nolan Barnett over at first after Barnett led off the inning, being hit by a pitch. Here's strike number 1 taken by Cunningham. Good-looking pitch by Ty Borland. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 pitch. A little high for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. First time I've ever broadcast a game here at Bob Wren Stadium. I've seen this place so many times I can't even count, but first time actually being inside the stadium. Beautiful facility. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swung upon, driven to center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So the inning is not done just yet for the Valley Indians. Center fielder Mason Bradley realized quickly that he wasn't going to be able to charge underneath it and make the catch. So he woed up, let it bounce, took it off the bounce, and runners are safe at first and second after Hunter Cunningham gets his first hit of the day, third hit of the day for the Valley Indians. And that brings up the shortstop, the number 7 hitter, junior Thad Lansing. Now he singled in his first plate appearance. He had a line drive shot that went right in between the shortstop and the third baseman. 1 for 1 today is Lansing. Batting from the right side of the plate. He's a .286 hitter. Here's a shot to right field, and that is going to be caught for out number 3. Made good contact with the ball, but right to Colby Glenn of the Minford Falcons, and the score stays at 2-0 in favor of Valley as the Minford Falcons get set to come to bat in the bottom of the 3rd. You're listening to Regional Tournament Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
At 610 9th Street, Portsmouth, is the area's leading floor covering contractor. Harris Floor Covering has everything for your home or business, including resilient tile, sheet flooring, quarry tile, ceramic tile, outdoor floors, industrial floors, carpet, acoustic ceiling, underlayment, and more. Call Stephen Harris at 740-353-7959 or 740-352-9212. Harris Floor Covering, proud supporters of the youth of the area.
Since 1964, Little Septic Service in Wheelersburg has been dedicated to providing dependable septic service. Little serves Pike, Scioto, and all surrounding counties. Besides installing septic systems and cleaning out septic tanks, Little's does septic system renewal permit inspections. So when you receive a letter from your local health department telling you it's renewal time, just call Little Septic Service at 740-574-2033. From little problems to major issues, you can depend on Little Septic Service.
Regional Tournament High School Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI, as well as on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel, is being made possible in part by the McKinley Funeral Home, Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, the Real Estate Gallery, Little Septic Service, Harris Floor Covering, the Glockner family of dealerships, Hope Source, Minford Telephone and Minford TV, as well as Falcon One Internet, the Schmidt Family Restaurants, Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers and Buffalo Wild Wings, Barrett Murphy Insurance, Mako Finished Products, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Clark's Pump and Shop, Correll's Bulldog Containers, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, Call Your Home Medical, as well as the Sherman Cricker Insurance Agency. 2-0, the Valley Indians lead the Minford Falcons as we get set to begin the bottom half of the third inning of this Division V regional semifinal, coming to you live this evening from Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens. For Valley in the top half of the third, no runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left stranded, no errors committed by Minford. Leading off the bottom of the third for the Falcons will be the number 7 hitter, second baseman, sophomore Colt Donahoe. He bats from the right side of the plate and awaits the pitch from Barnett. It'll be fouled back to the screen along the first base side. Strike number 1 to Colt Donahoe. Donahoe, Evan Richards, and Colby Glenn are due up for Minford in this inning. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters at the bottom of the order. Donahoe on the season batting .316 with a .404 on-base percentage. He awaits the 0-1 pitch from Nolan Barnett. Swung upon and grounded foul down the third base line. So Donahoe has gone each direction with it. Foul territory each time, to the right and now to the left. He'll try to straighten it out as the count is 0-2. Barnett will kick and deal. And this pitch will just miss the mark for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two strikeouts on the day for Nolan Barnett. Looking for his third here. Donahoe trying to prevent that. Here's the pitch, swung upon and missed. Strike number 3, and add another K into the scoring book as Nolan Barnett right on cue with his third punch-out of the contest. That brings up the third baseman, Evan Richards. He's a junior playing third base today for Coach Eli Daniels' Falcons. On the season, Richards is batting .211 with a .291 on-base percentage. 15 hits on the year, 13 singles, and a couple doubles. Here's the pitch, swung upon to Chopper. Fielded by the second baseman, mishandled. Could not come away with it. Got in front of it to stop it, but couldn't field it cleanly. And the runner is on board. Evan Richards reaches first as a result of an E4. The error on Hunter Cunningham. And that will bring up the number 9 hitter, freshman right fielder Colby Glenn. He'll step into the batter's box for the first time this evening. Mullins is batting .318 with the .378 on-base percentage, 28 hits on the year, 23 of those singles, 3 doubles, and 2 triples. With the runner on first, strike number 1 will be taken by the freshman Glenn. Bottom of the third, bottom of the order for Minford, number 9 hitter at the plate. 1 out and a runner on first. 2-0 Valley. This pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2 the count. Evan Richards getting on as a result of an error moments ago, Minford's first base runner of the day. Quick throw over to first, runner back in time. Nolan Barnett just making Evan Richards get his uniform sort of kind of dirty. Again, it's a turf field, so it's not that dirty. Maybe a few rubber pellets, but no real dirt. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 1. Good job behind the plate by Valley catcher Parker Robinson. Haven't talked a lot about Parker today. He's a junior. He's not in the batting lineup as Colin Green, the DH, is batting in place of him, but playing a very important role in the field, behind the plate, obviously, catching every Nolan Barnett toss that comes his way, and he did a good job preventing that one from getting by. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike number 3 as Colby Glenn goes down swinging. 4th strikeout of the day for Valley Indians pitcher Nolan Barnett. And with 2 outs, Minford goes to the top of the order with Evan Richards standing over on first base. This brings up the shortstop, Max Lauder. He popped out to the catcher. in his first plate appearance. Here's a grounder, scooped up by the third baseman, over to first in time. 5-3 on the putout, and a nice play by Valley Indians third baseman Gabe McNeil to field that cleanly and get it over in time to first baseman Carson Powell. Score stays 2-0 in favor of the Valley Indians as we move to the fourth inning of this Division V regional semifinal game from Athens. This is high school baseball on WIOI.
Member from Green who is in the child care program at the Scioto County Career Technical Center. Haley, what do you like about the Scioto County CTC and your program?
It really helps me learn to deal with kids and helps me prepare for the future.
And what are your plans for after high school?
To be in special education teacher.
The Scioto County CTC, a proven past for building a better future.
Hi, I'm Jay Hash with Hope Source. Hope Source helps individuals and families live complete, meaningful, and happy lives. We offer a full array of high-quality mental health and addiction treatment services to meet the individual needs of every person we serve. In every interaction, we provide the care we would expect for our closest friends or loved ones. No matter your situation, there is hope. For information, check out our website at hopesourcetreatment.com. Find us on Facebook or call 740-353-HOPE.
The Valley Indians have a 2-0 lead over the Minford Falcons as we move to the top half of the fourth inning of this Division V regional semifinal baseball game, coming to you live this evening from Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens. For Minford in the bottom of the third, no runs, no hits. One runner left stranded, one error committed by Valley. Leading off this inning for the Indians will be the number 8 hitter, center fielder junior Kason Zyber, and he will take ball one. 1-0 the count as Ty Borland continues to work atop the hill. This pitch, it will just miss for ball number 2. So Valley has the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up here in the top half of the fourth. That's Zyber, Gavin Hanna, and Carson Powell. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung upon and missed, strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike now. The count to Zyber, who walked in his first plate appearance and only other plate appearance back in the second inning. The 2-1 pitch. Swung upon and hit foul down the first base side. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. No runners on board as the top of the fourth just underway. Could not ask for a better day weather-wise. Here is the pitch. Swung upon, and this ball will be fouled out of play beyond the first base stands. Count stays at 2-2. So far for Valley in the game, 2 runs off of 3 hits, 1 error from Minford. No runs, no hits, 1 error. The 2-2 pitch. Swung upon, driven to right center field. Right fielder working to get over there and goes up and makes a rather routine catch look rather dramatic, but it's an out either way. Style points to go along with that one, rather flashy looking. Nice job by the right fielder, Colby Glenn, the freshman. Might have misplayed that a little bit, but he bailed himself out with just sheer athleticism as he was able to leap up and catch it while running as quickly as he could over towards center field. F9 is how it will be scored. That was a very athletic play by Colby Glenn. And that will bring up the number 9 hitter, left fielder Gavin Hanna of Valley. He will take ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Swung upon, fouled back. Strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gavin Hanna as Ty Borland continues to work atop the mound for the Minford Falcons. Carson Powell on deck. He'll run over and get that foul ball that had made it back to the backstop. This pitch in there for a called strike. 0-2 now the count to Gavin Howe. Howe batting .270 on the season. Got on as a result of an error back in the second inning, and he's going to be punched out here. Striking out, keeping the bat on his shoulder.
The first baseman, number 2, Carson Powell.
That is strikeout number 4 on the day for Ty Borland, and that brings Valley to the top of the order. Here is Carson Powell, the first baseman, who is 0 for 1 today. He struck out in the first, but walked in the second. He'll take ball one. 1-0 the pitch. This ball swung upon, driven deep into the right field corner, and nearly making a great catch over at the wall was Minford right fielder Colby Glenn. There is a doorway over along the fence line, and he just happened to hit that to where it opened up, so it almost gave the visual effect that he went through the wall. For those of you watching on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel, you saw that with your own eyes. For those of you listening on radio only, 92.1 FM WIOI, trying to accurately describe that the best I could. That had a wild look to it, but thankfully that door was there to open up as he collided with the fence. Otherwise, that could have been a much more heavy collision than what it was for Mullins. Here is the pitch, swung upon and missed. Strike number 3. And another punch out for Ty Borland, who in the second inning had some issues finding the zone, but he has gotten back on track now. He ends this fourth inning with back-to-back Ks. He's up to 5 strikeouts on the evening, and the Valley Indians go down in order. Valley maintains a 2-0 lead as the Minford Falcons get set to return to the plate in the bottom of the fourth. This is Regional Tournament Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Dealerships offers the top brands: Chevrolet, GMC, Honda, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Glockner has an amazing selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Ask about the Glockner Guarantee. 12-month, 12,000-mile new vehicle premier coverage and 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage included on qualifying used makes and models. Shop online at Glockner.com. At Glockner, we make it easy. Mako Finish Products, located in the Balzer Industrial Park in Lucasville, processes automotive parts with precision CNC equipment. You may actually be driving a vehicle that has a part they made. At Mako, highly trained workers, many of whom trained at the Scioto County Career Technical Center's Ramtech training facility located nearby, make precision parts using advanced technologies. Mako Finish Products wishes the best to all local teams.
Two 2-0, the Valley Indians lead the Minford Falcons. We are in a Division V regional semifinal game live at Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens. Thanks for tuning in to 92.1 FM WIOI and or watching on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. I'm Chuck Greenslate. We are getting set to begin the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Minford Falcons coming to the plate, trailing Valley 2-0. Due up for the Minford Falcons will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. That's Mason Bradley, Ty Borland, and Carter Frazee. Bradley, the center fielder, the senior number 2 hitter, will lead it off. He struck out in his first plate appearance back in the first inning, and here he will take ball 1. Nolan Barnett continuing to work on the mound for Coach Nolan Crabtree's Valley Indians, 20-7 entering this contest. This pitch just misses for ball number 2. 2-0 the count. Minford looking for its first hit of the game. This pitch in there for strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Mason Bradley. The Falcons have had 1 base runner, and that was Evan Richards in the last inning, who reached as a result of an error. Here's a shot down the third base side. First hit of the day for the Falcons, and it is delivered by Mason Bradley, who will slam on the brakes with a single to get this fourth inning underway for Coach Eli Daniels' ball club.
Number 19,
Ty Borland, the pitcher, will step into the batter's box now. The senior who grounded out to shortstop the first time around, which was back in the first inning. Borland on the season, batting .452 with a .542 on-base percentage. Quick toss by Barnett over to first, and Mason Bradley is back in time. Head first slide back to the bag. He is safe, no issues. The Valley first baseman, Carson Powell, delivers the ball back over to Barnett. Barnett will turn it loose, and this pitch is in there for strike number 1 to Ty Borland. This pitch will miss for ball number 1. That hit by Mason Bradley a few moments ago, his 41st of the season, his 33rd single, batting .440 entering the game, and An on-base percentage of .491. This pitch will just miss for ball number 2. Good job behind the plate by the Valley catcher Parker Robinson again. Had to slide to his right to prevent that from getting by and rolling to the backstop. 2-1 the count. With Bradley over at first, Barnett's pitch is low for a ball. Steal attempt, and he is in there safely. Pitch was low and outside for ball number 3. They're going to call that a strike, excuse me. So 2-2 is the count. And then a decent throw to first by Parker Robinson, the junior catcher. But Mason Bradley is successful with the steal. And a strikeout as Borland goes down swinging. First out of the inning. That'll bring up Carter Frazee, the first baseman and number 4 hitter. He's a senior. He grounded out to second base back in the second inning in his only other plate appearance today. 2-0 Valley leads. We're in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out and 1 on for the Minford Falcons. Carter Frazee batting from the left side of the plate. He'll await the pitch from right-handed Barnett. Fielded by the second baseman over to first in time for out number 2. That goes as a 4-3 put out. Hunter Cunningham, the second baseman for Valley, getting the ball over to first baseman Carson Powell in time. That did advance the runner over to third. That's where Mason Bradley is standing as catcher Kobe Mullins comes to the plate. He grounded out to third in his first plate appearance back in the second inning, and only other plate appearance so far today. Mullins on the season is batting .318 with a .378 on-base percentage. Can the freshman deliver to get Minford on the scoreboard here today as the Falcons trail 2-0? This first pitch misses the mark for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Mark Napier is on deck if Minford should get to him. Pitch swung upon, fouled back. The ball off the bat hit the ground and bounced back toward the backstop near the third base dugout where Minford is positioned. That's strike 1, count 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch going to be slapped down the first base side, and boy, that one curved in midair and wound up hitting in foul territory. It flew over fair waters there for a second before making that hard right-hand turn, and boy, had that hit, Minford would have had a run. But as it is, it's a long strike, making the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kobe Mullins. Mullins with 20 RBI on the season, looking for number 21. Here's a chopper fielded by third baseman, misplayed over to first, and in time for the out. A great effort by several people on that particular play. First of all, a tip of the cap to Gabe McNeil. He stayed with it for Valley, misplayed it after he had knocked the ball down, but he had the wherewithal to stay after it, was able to pick it up and get it over to first baseman Carson Powell in time. And a really good effort as well should be commented on by the batter, Kobe Mullins, who did a head-first slide to the first base bag, trying to beat out that throw, which would have enabled Mason Bradley to have scored had he done so. It was a close play, but Valley is able to get the third out, and still a goose egg on the scoreboard for the Minford Falcons as the Indians lead 2-0. We go to the 5th. This is Regional Tournament Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Putting on a new roof, replacing that old broken concrete driveway. Then you need to call the professionals at Correll's Bulldog Containers. They have many sizes of containers to choose from. Whatever your next cleanup or project around your property, call Correll's Bulldog Containers. Open 6 days a week. Phone 574-4455. That's 574-4455.
locally owned and operated. Correll's Bulldog Container.
When it comes to small-town steakhouses, the Scioto River is legendary. If ribeyes and New York strips don't satisfy your taste buds, then try their mouth-watering hickory smoked chicken or delicious country-style ribs. You can come in and dine inside. Try their newly expanded four-season dining porch. Or call ahead for curbside to carry out and take home at 740-353-9329. The Scioto River, 1026 Gallia Street, Portsmouth, Ohio.
2-0, the Valley Indians lead the Minford Falcons in this Division V regional semifinal baseball game being played at Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens. I'm Chuck Greenslade. Thanks for tuning in. Leading off the inning for Valley will be the number 2 hitter, junior right fielder Nick Queen. He's 0 for 2 today, having grounded out the third in the first inning and struck out in the second. He will take ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Borland. This one's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. For Minford, in the bottom of the fourth, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left stranded on third base, and no errors committed by Valley. The pitch, off speed, lofted in there. And it will just miss the mark for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch. A chopper to short, fielded, over to first, in time for out number 1. It goes as a 6-3 put out. The Minford shortstop, Max Louder, over to first baseman Carter Frazee, and 1 is away. That'll bring up the pitcher Nolan Barnett. 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to second base in the first inning, and then in the third he was hit by a pitch, so he has gotten on board in one of his 2 plate appearances. But he is looking for his first hit. He can certainly help himself out as he has been pitching for Valley from the onset. He and Ty Borland both with 5 strikeouts so far today. A 1-hitter thus far for Barnett, a 3-hitter so far for Ty Borland. This first pitch will be a called strike. 0-1 the count to Barnett. Here's a chopper to third, fielded deep in the hole, and over to first. The throw gets by the first baseman, and Barnett is going to hustle over to second, and he will slam on the brakes there. An error on the Falcons, allowing Barnett to get to second. A courtesy runner will come in for the Valley Indians pitcher as C.J. Maynard will go out there on second base and will run for Nolan Barnett.
Number 20, Colin Green.
The ball was fielded moments ago by Evan Richards. Tossed over to Carter Frazee at first. Throw was a little low. Frazee couldn't dig it out. And as a result, Valley has a base runner on second. And up to the plate now is the number 4 hitter, junior designated hitter, Colin Green. Green's 0 for 2 today. He struck out in the second inning and flew out to first in the third. He'll take strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Green on the season, batting .317 with a .417 on-base percentage. Maynard with a big leadoff over there at second. Here's a chopper fielded by second baseman Donahoe over to first in time. Runner advances, but 2 are away. 4-3 on the putout. So a runner at third base now with 2 outs, and that will bring up third baseman Gabe McNeil. McNeil is 1 for 2 today. A single right up the middle back in the second inning, and then he flew out to center field in the third. A hit here by McNeil would stretch the Valley Indians' lead to 3. He'll take strike number 1. 2-0 is the current score. Valley with 2 runs off 3 hits at the moment. Minford with no runs, 1 hit. Errors for both sides, 1 for Valley and 2 for Minford, the most recent of which occurring in this inning, which has allowed the current base runner. This pitch is fouled back out of play for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Gabe McNeil, the senior third baseman. He digs in from the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this pitch will just miss the mark, making it 2-2. The pitch. Swung upon. Chopper to third. In play. Fielded. Long throw over to first. And it is not in time. Runner is safe at first. And the runner has scored at home. So C.J. Maynard crosses the plate to make it 3-0. Third baseman Evan Richards tried to get the ball over to Carter Frazee in time. Couldn't do it. Beating it out is Gabe McNeil. And that will be ruled an error. Second of the inning. So Minford hurting itself here in the fifth. And that brings up Hunter Cunningham, the second baseman. He'll swing away here for strike number 1. 0-1 the count to Cunningham. This pitch fouled back against the screen. Strike number 2, 0-2 the count. Thad Lansing, the shortstop and number 7 hitter, is due up if Valley should get to him. 2 are away here in the top of the fifth, but the Indians have done a little bit more damage, tacking on another run to extend the lead to 3. 3-0 is the score. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count to Hunter Cunningham. 1 for 2 so far today. Flew out to third base in the second inning, singled up the middle, back in the third. This pitch, low and inside, ball number 2, evening up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cunningham on the season batting .237 with a .300 on-base percentage. Gabe McNeil standing over at third. Here comes the 2-2 delivery from Ty Borland. Low for ball number 3, count is full. By the way, to correct myself, Gabe McNeil on that error that occurred moments ago, that was a 1-2 pitch in which that error occurred on. It was grounded over to third. Had to make amends, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to have slept tonight. This pitch, low and inside, ball number 4. So Hunter Cunningham is on board. He'll take his base, and Valley has runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the fifth inning. Valley leading Minford 3-0 in this Division V regional semifinal baseball game at OU in Athens. That brings up the shortstop Thad Lansing. He's 1 for 2 today with a single to left center back in the second inning, which was a line drive in between the shortstop and third baseman. He then flew out to left field in the third inning. He'll swing away here and not connect. Strike number 1. 0-1 the count. This pitch, high for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kason Zieber on deck for the Valley Indians, a center fielder. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Lansing will take a strike here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Lansing batting .286, entering this contest with an on-base percentage of .360. He's recorded 22 hits on the season. 20 singles, 2 doubles. Here's a ball. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 runners on board, standing on first and second respectively. 3-0 Valley leads. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from senior Ty Borland. It is in there for strike number 3. The 6th strikeout of the game for Ty Borland, putting an end to the inning, but another run on the board for the Valley Indians, who now have a 3-0 lead over Minford as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning of this Sweet 16 contest at OU. This is High School Regional Tournament Baseball on WIOI.
With HopeSource. HopeSource helps individuals and families live complete, meaningful, and happy lives. We offer a full array of high-quality mental health and addiction treatment services to meet the individual needs of every person we serve. In every interaction, we provide the care we would expect for our closest friends or loved ones. No matter your situation, there is hope. For information, check out our website at hopesourcetreatment.com. Find us on Facebook or call 740-353 Hope.
Sherman Cricker Insurance at 1033 Gallia Street in Portsmouth has been serving Scioto County and the surrounding area since 1870. Dan Cassidy and the staff at Sherman Cricker Insurance enjoy doing business and interacting with the great people right here in our community. Price, of course, is always a factor, but when you have a claim or a problem, you'll always be glad that you have a local agency and a friend that you know and trust. Give Sherman Cricker Insurance a call at 740-354-4444 or visit online at shermancricker.com.
You're tuned in to High School Regional Tournament Baseball from Athens on 92.1 FM WIOI, as well as on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. I'm Chuck Greenslate, live at Bob Wren Stadium at Ohio University. The Minford Falcons trail the Valley Indians 3-0 as we move to the bottom of the fifth inning with the Falcons coming to the plate. Minford has its 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. That's Mark Napier, Colt Donahoe, and Evan Richards. Nolan Barnett continuing to work from the mound. So far in the game, Barnett with 5 strikeouts. He's allowed just 1 hit to this point. Mark Napier 0 for 1 today, having struck out back in the second inning. He bats from the left side of the plate, working against the right-handed Barnett. This first pitch will miss outside for ball number 1. Napier is batting .319 entering this contest with a .433 on-base percentage. He will foul this ball out of play beyond the third base dugout. Strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The winner of this game will go to Marietta Thursday at 5 o'clock to play the winner of tonight's contest between Harrison Central and Barnesville. This pitch misses for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch from senior hurler Nolan Barnett, just outside, ball number 3. 3-1 now the count to senior left fielder Mark Napier, who would certainly love to get on board to begin this inning. Getting crunch time for the Minford Falcons. Just 2 more at-bats left after this one, unless we have a little extra baseball for you. Here's the pitch, swung upon, and this is going to get down for a base hit. The third baseman was playing very shallow, and that one zips over his head for a single for Mark Napier. Second hit of the day for the Minford Falcons, and Minford has its leadoff runner on board, its leadoff batter on board here to begin the bottom of the fifth as Colt Donahoe, the sophomore second baseman, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today, having struck out back in the third. On the season, Donahoe is batting .316 with a .404 on-base percentage. This pitch will catch the outside corner for strike number 1, 0-1 the count. Napier down on first base. Donahoe with 24 hits on the season, 22 singles, a double and a triple, 13 RBI. Here is a steal attempt, and the runner is in there safely. Mark Napier swipes second and moves into potential scoring position. The pitch to Donahoe was, however, a strike, and that makes the count 0-2. Evan Richards is on deck for Minford. Donahoe, the number 7 hitter, awaiting the 0-2 delivery from Barnett. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The Minford Falcons last went to state 2 years ago. For Valley, it was 2021. The pitch, little check swing. The home plate umpire is going to check over at first, and he says he went. Strike number 3, and out number 1 here in the bottom of the fifth for the Falcons. That is the 6th punch out of the day for Nolan Barnett. Both Barnett from Valley as well as Ty Borland from Minford, each with 6 strikeouts in this regional semifinal game thus far. That brings up the third baseman, Evan Richards. The junior is the number 8 hitter. He got on as a result of an error back in the third inning. He awaits the pitch with the runner on second, and this is in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. 3-0 is the score. Valley leads Minford, bottom of the fifth. 1 out here in this inning. With a runner on second base, that's Mark Napier. This pitch. Going to miss for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kobe Glenn, the right fielder, the freshman number 9 hitter, is on deck for Minford. The pitch bounces in front of the plate. Valley catcher Parker Robinson doing a nice job stopping it. Ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Temperature's cooling a little bit. All the bleachers pretty well in full shade right now. The sun might have hidden behind a cloud behind me. It's gotten rather dark in the grandstands all of a sudden on a day that is as sunny as what this seems to be elsewhere around the ballpark. This pitch misses. Ball number 3. 3-1 the count. Big pitch here for Nolan Barnett. The 3-1 delivery. It is going to miss the mark for ball number 4, and a rare walk today by Barnett. As a matter of fact, that is his first of the game. And with that, runners are on first and second for Minford with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th, and that brings up freshman Kobe Glenn, the right fielder and number 9 hitter. On the season, Glenn is batting .219 with a .305 on-base percentage. He's accounted for 8 RBI on the season. He's going to square up for a bunt here and pull back. This pitch will miss the mark for ball 1. Max Louder is due up as Minford would get to the top of the order. Here's a hit by the number 9 hitter. The freshman comes through, rounding third. Going to be a close play at the plate. Safe as the ball gets by the catcher. Robinson gets the ball off the ricochet of the backstop, and Minford is on the scoreboard. It's sliding home safely as Mark Napier. 3-1 is where we stand. Runners safe on first and second, and still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th as we go to the top of the order. But what a big delivery by Kobe Glenn with that shot to right field. It got down for a single. Just the 3rd Minford hit of the day, and 2 of them have been in this inning. And that brings up Max Louder. He's 0 for 2 today, but on the season, Louder has one of the best batting averages on the team. He's hitting .446, which is second best behind only Ty Borland, who is hitting .452. And before we see this next pitch, Coach Nolan Crabtree is going to gather the troops atop the pitcher's mound and try to settle everybody down just a little bit. Valley has led from the onset. We went scoreless in the first inning. 3 up, 3 down for both sides. Then in the top of the second, Valley piled on a couple of runs with 2 runs off of 2 hits, left 3 runners stranded. Ty Borland, who has been, for the most part, really, really good today. He struggled at times to find the strike zone in the second inning. He rekindled his mojo from the 3rd inning on. Valley would make it 3-0 in the top half of this inning. But here in the bottom of the 5th, the Minford Falcons have gotten on the scoreboard, and they have something in the works here, perhaps, with runners on 2nd and 3rd and just 1 out. We have a pinch runner entering the game for the Minford Falcons. And it's Colton Frazee. He's a senior. I believe it was Evan Richards he checked in for. So Louder batting from the right side of the plate will take ball number 1. Louder on the season with 18 RBI. He scored 42 runs himself. This pitch is low for ball number 2. 2-0 the count. Louder with 35 hits on the season. Actually 41 hits on the season, 35 of which singles. 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. Awaiting the 2-0 pitch from Nolan Barnett. With runners on 2nd and 3rd, here's the delivery and a check swing. The home plate umpire is going to say strike. 2-1 the count. I believe the ump behind the plate conferred with the one on 3rd base, or at least he looked that way. But it's a strike, and here is a shot to shortstop, fielded over to first. in time for the out, but another run is able to score as Colton Frazee crosses the plate, and it's a one-run ball game. 3-2, the new score.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 21.
6-3 on the fielder's choice, and an RBI for Max Louder despite the out. And that brings up the number 2 hitter, senior Mason Bradley, the center fielder, batting from the left side of the plate. He is going to blast a shot toward right field. It's way up in the air, but shallow. Getting underneath of it for the third out will be Valley right fielder Nick Queen, and that will do it for Minford here in the bottom of the 5th. But the Falcons have made a game out of it. Minford puts up 2 and narrows the gap to 1 run. 3-2. Valley leads as we head to the 6th. This is high school regional tournament baseball on WIOI.
Office in Grayson, Kentucky. Collier is a local durable medical equipment company providing and offering free setup of home medical equipment. Collier tends to home oxygen, portable oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheelersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Collier Home Medical. Josie and Carly and all the gang at Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal wish the best to our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill dirt or limestone, contact Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck.
3-2, the Valley Indians clinging to a 1-run lead over the Minford Falcons as we get set to begin the top half of the 6th inning. Valley coming to the plate. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters are due up. That'll be Kason Zyber, Gavin Hanna, as well as Carson Powell. A good 5th inning for Minford as the Falcons, who had been held in check scoreless with just 1 hit entering the 5th, wind up with 2 runs off of 2 hits. They leave 1 runner stranded, no errors committed by Valley. So leading it off will be Zyber, and the junior center fielder batting from the right side of the plate will take ball number 1. He's 0 for 1 today. He walked back in the 2nd inning and flew out to right field in the 4th. Ball number 2. Just delivered by Ty Borland. 2-0 the count, and here comes the pitch. It's going to be in there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike is now the count that Kason Zyber is looking at. His pitch swung upon and missed. Strike number 2. Boy, Ty Borland has really elevated his play since that 2nd inning. Strike number 3. Strikeout number 7 in the game for Ty Borland. Borland had such a tough 2nd inning, walking a couple batters. And it seemed like Valley had figured him out, fouling a lot of pitches off. But from the 3rd inning on, a different story. This pitch is going to be in there for strike number 1, catching the inside corner. Up now is the number 9 hitter, left fielder Gavin Hanna. He's a junior. 0 for 1 today, but he did reach as a result of an error back in the 2nd inning. He struck out in the 4th, and he's quickly behind in the count. 0-2 as this pitch catches the zone for strike number 2. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Borland. A little bit low. Ball number 1, 1-2 the count. The fielders pretty well playing in their traditional positions. Nobody really cheating one direction or the other or toward home plate or back. The 1-2 pitch. Foul ball down the 3rd base line. Count will stay 1-2 to Gavin Hanna. Hanna enters this game batting .270 with a .372 on-base percentage. This pitch blasted to center field. Retreating to make the catch will be Minford center fielder Mason Bradley. The senior catches it for the out. That will be scored as F8, and 2 are quickly away as we go to the top of the order for Coach Nolan Crabtree's Valley Indians, who enter this contest with a record of 20 wins and 7 losses and currently hold on to a 3-2 lead. Powell is 0 for 2 today. A couple strikeouts, one in the first, another in the fourth. He did walk in the second inning. This pitch will miss the mark for ball number 1. Nick Queen is on deck for the Tribe if Valley should get to him. Borland's pitch going to be fouled out of play for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A gorgeous facility here in Athens. As I had mentioned a little earlier, first time I've ever broadcast a game here. I've done several over at the softball field just across the way out in a little bit beyond the right field corner here of Bob Wren Stadium. Actually 4 just last week with the success of Wheelersburg and Notre Dame on the softball side. They each played 2 games there last week, 2 last Thursday and 2 on Saturday. And then right behind the softball field, the Convocation Center. Can't even count the many times I've been there for high school baseball. Here's a drive to right field, caught. And again, it is Minford's right fielder, Colby Glenn, making the play. This is out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, and the score stays at 3-2 in favor of the Valley Indians. But Minford seemingly has a little bit of momentum, and the Falcons have their 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2, Valley leads. This is High School Regional Tournament Baseball on WIOI.
Putting on a new roof, replacing that old broken concrete driveway. Then you need to call the professionals at Correll's Bulldog Containers. They have many sizes of containers to choose from. Whatever your next cleanup or project around your property, call Correll's Bulldog Containers. Open 6 days a week. Phone 574-4455. That's 574-4455. Locally owned and operated. Correll's Bulldog Container.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, you'll find fantastic food, hot coffee, cold beverages, and drive-through convenience. Pay at the pump. Always clean and courteous.
Thank you.
Download the Clark's app to get signed up for the Clark's Loyalty Rewards program. Earn points with every purchase to redeem cents off gas or free products within the store. Visit the Clark's Pump and Shop nearest you with locations in Scioto, Pike, Lawrence, Jackson, Greenup, Lewis, and Boyd counties. Look for Clark's Marathon and Arco stations. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
High School Regional Tournament Baseball from Athens is being presented in part by the Sherman Cricker Insurance Agency, Collier Home Medical, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, Correll's Bulldog Containers, Clark's Pump and Shop, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Mako Finish Products, the Barrett Mervyn Insurance Agency, the Schmidt Family Restaurants, which include Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers and Buffalo Wild Wings, Minford Telephone and Minford TV, as well as Falcon One Internet, Hope Source, the Glockner family of dealerships, Harris Floor Covering, Little Septic Service, the Real Estate Gallery, Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, and the McKinley Funeral Home. Leading off, the bottom of the 6th for the Minford Falcons will be Ty Borland, the Falcons pitcher. He is a senior, 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded out to short back in the first inning, struck out in the 4th. He will take ball number 1 here. 3-2, the Valley Indians clinging to a 1-run lead here in this Sweet 16 matchup from Bob Wren Stadium in Athens. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It misses outside and low for ball number 2. 2-0 the count to Ty Borland. Borland on the season batting .452, best batting average on the team. He's got an on-base percentage of .542. That's a team best as well, and he is quickly ahead of the count as Nolan Barnett's pitch here misses the mark. Ball number 3, 3-0 the count. One can't help but think that this one's going to be a strike. Will Borland swing at it? No. He keeps the bat on his shoulder. Not too many people will swing away at those 3-0 pitches. It is in there for a strike, 3-1 the count. 3-2 the score. Valley trying to hold on and defeat Minford for what would be the 3rd time this season. Ball 4 to Ty Borland. He will take his base, and he leads off the bottom half of the 6th by getting on board as a result of base on balls. And that brings up senior first baseman Carter Frazee, the number 4 hitter. Borland, Frazee, and Mullins, the 3 batters due up for Minford. Frazee 0 for 2 today, having grounded out to second base twice. He's a left-handed hitter. Here's a shot. Going to be fielded by the second baseman of Valley. Over to first in time. 4-3 on the putout, and that's the first out of the inning. That does advance the runner, though, as Ty Borland is able to get down to second base.
Coming to the plate, the catcher.
Good job by Valley second baseman Hunter Cunningham, filling that ball cleanly and getting it over to Carson Powell at first base. That will bring up the catcher, Kobe Mullins. He's a freshman, 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out twice to third base. He's made contact, though. More often than not, you put the ball in play. Eventually, good things are going to happen. Here's the pitch, swung upon, fouled over toward the grandstands on the right field side. Nearly caught by one of the fans. Just couldn't quite get the hands secured around the ball. It ricocheted off his palms and was gathered up by another fan up there. Not Major League Baseball, though. You don't get to take that home as a souvenir. Strike one, 0-1 the count. This pitch is swung upon and missed. A big whiff there as Kobe Mullins was swinging for the fences. But he's now behind in the count, 0-2. Mullins on the season, batting .318 with a .378 on-base percentage. Runner standing on second. Here's a foul ball down the third base side. Fielded by Coach Eli Daniels there in the third base box. Count stays 0-2. As Mullins awaits the delivery from Barnett. This one will be fouled out of play. Over into the grandstands again. It'll hit the bleachers. Thankfully, where no fans were sitting. And the count will stay at 0-2. With Ty Borland standing on second base. Borland, a key component of that Minford baseball team that went to state a few years ago, as well as the Minford boys basketball team that went to state last year. Here's a grounder picked up by the shortstop over to first in time for out number 2. 6-3 on that put out. Mullins has made contact with the ball every plate appearance, but 0 for 3 on the day. He did manage to get the runner, Ty Borland, over to third, but now 2 are away for Minford as left fielder Mark Napier, a senior, steps into the batter's box. He is 1 for 2 today. He struck out in the second, had a big single to left field in the 5th inning just an inning ago. If he can do that here, look at this, squeeze play, suicide squeeze, and it's going to work to perfection. What a play, what a call by Coach Eli Daniels. One of those plays that you never see work with 2 outs, and Minford executes it absolutely tremendously to tie the score at 3. What a gutsy call. Napier squares up for a bunt on the suicide squeeze. He sent it right down the third base line as Ty Borland, who was standing on third base, goes streaking by and slides headfirst safely across home plate, and we are deadlocked at 3. And then the throw down to first, not in time. So Napier is on board at first, and we are all square at 3 each with Colt Donahoe, the second baseman, stepping to the plate. He's the number 7 hitter, a sophomore. He will take strike 1. What a play. RBI for Napier on the bunt. Here's the throw down to second. And Napier continues to just unleash all kinds of good here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Minford Falcons as he's able to pull off the steal and get to second, moving him in scoring position. The pitch was in there for a called strike. 0-2 is the count to Colt Donahoe. He's 0 for 2 today with the pair of strikeouts. He's trying to avoid his third here. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's outside for ball number 1. 1-2 the count. A suicide squeeze by the Falcons to tie it here in the 6th inning after Valley had led 3-0. The 1-2 pitch from Barnett. Low for ball number 2. Skipped across the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Boy, that was a pretty play a few moments ago. The 2-2 delivery. And it's just going to miss the outside corner, ball number 3, and the count has been worked to full. Evan Richards is due up if Minford gives him the opportunity. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, Nolan Barnett with the payoff pitch. It is inside for ball number 4, and the runner, Mark Napier, he went on the pitch. He's able to get down to third base in time safely. Runners on the corners for the Falcons. And that brings up the number 8 hitter, junior third baseman Evan Richards. The pitch, chopper to third. Fielded over to first in time for the third out. It goes as 5-3. But the Minford Falcons battle back and tie it up on a suicide squeeze play. A beautiful bunt by Mark Napier, scoring Ty Borland, and we are all tied at 3 as we head to the 7th inning. The Valley Indians coming to the plate. You're listening to Regional Tournament Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
West, who is in the carpentry program at the Scioto County Career Technical Center. Adeline, what do you like about the Scioto County CTC and your program?
I've been doing carpentry since I was little, and I love building stuff.
And what are your plans for after high school?
I want to be a photographer on the side and be a carpenter.
The Scioto County CTC, a proven past for building a better future.
Scioto County Career Technical Center.
Mako Finished Products, located in the Balzer Industrial Park in Lucasville, processes automotive parts with precision CNC equipment. You may actually be driving a vehicle that has a part they made. At Mako, highly trained workers, many of whom trained at the Scioto County Career Technical Center's Ramtech training facility located nearby, make precision parts using advanced technologies. Mako Finished Products wishes the best to all local teams.
Minford and Valley tied at 3 as we go to the 7th inning of this Division V regional semifinal at Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens. Valley has the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. Nick Queen's going to lead it off as Ty Borland continues to work on the mound. This pitch will catch the inside corner for strike number 1. Queen is 0 for 3 today. He grounded out to third, struck out, and grounded out to short. Queen will foul this ball out of play. Strike number 2, 0-2 the count. For Minford, in the bottom of the 6th, 1 run off of 1 hit, 2 runners left stranded, no errors committed by Valley. 3-3 is the score. Winner advances to the Elite 8. This pitch is going to hit him. It actually bounced off the turf and hit him, but it hit him nevertheless. And Nick Queen will take his base. Hit by pitch is how it will be scored. And Nick Queen is on board for the first time today. That brings up the pitcher, Nolan Barnett. Go ahead, run at first. Barnett on the season batting .442. Best batting average on the team. On base percentage of .529. That's second best on the team. 34 hits on the season. So far today, Barnett has grounded out to second base. He was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning, and he got on board as a result of an error back in the 5th inning. He will take strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Borland looking over at Nick Queen on first base. He's going to go. Here's the pitch, and the steal attempt. Got him. Good throw by the Minford catcher. Colby Mullins, the freshman, gunning down what would have been the go-ahead run, trying to steal second base. 1 is away. Good job by Colby Mullins with that throw. The pitch missed the mark, the one that was thrown to second. For ball 1, 1-1 to count. This pitch is fouled back out of play, making the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nolan Barnett. And the 1-2 pitch. It is blasted and gets by the second baseman, rolls out into center field, and Barnett rounds the corner with a base hit. Boy, when you see things like that happen, if you're Valley, it makes you sick because you just wonder, had the runner been safe or not even have tried to steal, he would at least be on second right now, if not third. But if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. So that brings up Colin Green, the DH and number 4 hitter. He's 0 for 3 today. He'll foul this first pitch back, high off the screen for strike number 1. So Barnett stands on first base. 1 out, top of the 7th, score even at 3. Green has struck out flown out to first and grounded out to second base. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Low for ball one, evening up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Colin Green, the junior, batting .317 entering this game with a .417 on-base percentage. Looking for his first hit of the day. Here's a chopper back to Borland. He's going to go for the lead runner at second. Gets him on the force out. Over to second in time for a double play. It all started with the senior pitcher, Ty Borland, showing the quick reflexes to field that chopper back at him. Delivered off the bat of Colin Green. It will go 1-6-3. Double play, and that gets Minford out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3 with the Falcons coming to the plate. This is Regional Tournament Baseball from Athens on 92.1 FM WIOI.
They're proud to cheer for the home team, and even more proud to have you on their team. Whether you need insurance for your home, car, or business, they have your back. And because the local community is so important to them, they'll be right there with you, cheering for your team. Contact the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency today for more information about a policy from Encova Insurance. Visit the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency at 1031 Gallia Street in Portsmouth. Online at barrettmurphin.com. Portsmouth, you can count on Buffalo Wild Wings every Tuesday for buy one, get one 50% off bone-in wings. Enjoy your go-to wing flavors or try something new like our limited time flavors. Grab another wings lover in your life or enjoy them all yourself. We don't judge. Your new Tuesday ritual is here and it's saucy. Ow! Head to the sports bar to get your wings on at participating locations. Not valid with other offers or discounts. See website or app for details.
Minford 3, Valley 3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th at Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens in this Division 5 regional semifinal game. It's a Sweet 16 contest, Lucasville Minford Road rivalry style, as these two Scioto County and Southern Ohio Conference Division 3 foes clash here today in Athens. What a fun game this has been. What an interesting top half of the 7th inning for the Minford Falcons, who got 3 outs in a relatively unconventional way. They had a runner gunned down at second who was trying to steal as a result of a really nice throw by freshman catcher Colby Mullins, and then a double play to end the inning, a 1-6-3 put out, all started by pitcher Ty Borland, who took the chopper right back at him and threw over to his shortstop, Max Lauder, covering second base, and then on over to Carter Frazee at first. So for the Falcons, they have got their 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up to begin the bottom of the 7th. A Falcon run wins the ball game walk-off fashion. Freshman Colby Glenn in right field leads it off. First pitch was fouled back out of play. Now he's going to square up the bunt, and this ball will roll foul to the third base side of the bag. So Glenn is behind in the count, 0-2. Correction, that is senior Curtis Glenn. This pitch going to miss for ball one. So 1-2, the count to Kurt Glenn, and he will swing away here and get a piece of it. Foul ball. He is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout in the third and a single back in the 5th to right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The current count to Glenn here in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch. Swung upon a miss, strike 3. So to the top of the order, the Minford Falcons go. Shortstop Max Lauder is due up. And on deck is Mason Bradley, the center fielder. Lauder 0 for 3 today. He flew out, popped out to the catcher back in the first inning. Grounded out to third base in the third and grounded out to short in the 5th. This pitch low for ball number 1. This pitch is blasted to left center field. It's going to get down and rolls back in between the left fielder and center fielder. Finally tracked down by the center fielder, who quickly gets the ball in, but not before a double is ripped off by Max Lauder. Winning run on second for the Minford Falcons. Max Lauder, batting .446 entering the game.
Mason Bradley.
A .500 on-base percentage. That's his 42nd hit of the season and his 4th double of the year. And that will bring up Mason Bradley, who is 1 for 3 today. He struck out in the first inning, had a single to left field in the 4th, and flew out to right field in the 5th. He's going to come over and have a quick chat with Coach Eli Daniels before stepping into the batter's box. No pressure or anything for Mason Bradley, the senior. Batting from the left side of the plate is Bradley, awaiting the pitch. It is low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Just missing the mark for ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count to the number 2 hitter, Mason Bradley. Looking for his 2nd hit of the day. If he can find it, the winning run might possibly cross the plate as Max Lauder stands on second. Here's a shot to shortstop. Fielded cleanly. Over to first. Off the bounce. Can't handle it. Or he did. Oh, I thought he mishandled it, but the umpire at first says out. Ooh. That video on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel is going to be rewound and watched a few times here over the next few hours, I can promise you. Minford fans not liking it, of course. It goes as a 6-3 putout, and that brings up senior Ty Borland. Coach Eli Daniels coming out to talk with the umpire over at first base, who made the call. The throw went from Thad Lanning over to Carson Powell. It looked like Powell bobbled it, but the first base umpire evidently deeming that he had it long enough to record the out at first base before the ball popped loose for just a moment. Coach Nolan Crabtree going to go out and talk to his team. They are 1 out away from forcing extra innings, are the Valley Indians, as Valley and Minford all even at 3 so far in the game for Valley. 3 runs off of 4 hits, 1 error for the Minford Falcons. 3 runs off of 5 hits, 3 errors. That's where we stand. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ty Borland is coming to the plate. With 1 runner on board. High school baseball regional tournament style on WIOI is being presented in part by the McKinley Funeral Home, Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, the Real Estate Gallery, Little Septic Service, Harris Floor Covering, the Glockner family of dealerships, Hope Source, Minford Telephone and Minford TV, as well as Falcon One Internet. Thanks to all of those folks and all the sponsors bringing you today's contest. Winning run at third base as play gets set to resume. Borland awaiting the pitch from Nolan Barnett, pitcher on pitcher. Another thought of a suicide squeeze. Borland tried to bunt the ball down the third base line, but it goes foul, and that will be strike number 1. Wouldn't it be something if Minford could score another run off of a suicide squeeze, getting a runner home from third? A left-handed batter is up to bat, so the potential certainly presents itself. Borland's going to swing away at this one, though, and the ball is going to wind up in the stands, and a nice snag by one of the fans up here. Perhaps assisting the gentleman in front of him who might have had a little headache had that fan not made that catch. That's a nice play. He goes to strike number 2 for Ty Borland, though, and Nolan Barnett is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Meanwhile, the winning run 90 feet away. from winning it in walk-off fashion. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung upon to short, fielded clean, over to first, in time, and we are playing some extra baseball tonight at Bob Wren Stadium on the campus of Ohio University in Athens. 6-3 on the putout. That's how the final 2 outs of the 7th inning are scored, as shortstop Thad Lansing is able to toss over to first baseman Carson Powell. Let's play a little more. To the 8th inning we go. Minford and Valley knotted at 3. This is regional tournament baseball on WIOI.
Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice. Your internet experts with fiber fast efficiency. Generations of exceptional service. Stay connected with a legacy. Online at falcon1.net. Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice.
Hi, I'm Jay Hash with Hope Source. Hope Source helps individuals and families live complete, meaningful, and happy lives. We offer a full array of high-quality mental health and addiction treatment services to meet the individual needs of every person we serve. In every interaction, we provide the care we would expect for our closest friends or loved ones. No matter your situation, there is hope. For information, check out our website at hopesourcetreatment.com. Find us on Facebook or call 740-353-HOPE.
A little extra baseball at no extra charge here on the campus of Ohio University in Athens this evening, where the Valley Indians and the Minford Falcons are tied at 3 as we move to the 8th. High school games, in case you don't know, they are regulation 7-inning games, but we play until there is a winner. The Valley Indians coming to the plate and leading it off will be the number 5 hitter, senior third baseman Gabe McNeil. He's gotten on board twice in this contest. He had a single back in the 2nd inning, flew out to center field in the 3rd, and got on as a result of an error in the 5th. He'll foul this first pitch back for strike number 1, 0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch from Ty Borland, and that's in there for a called strike. So Borland quickly ahead of things here, 0-2. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Tribe. That's McNeil, Hunter Cunningham, as well as Thad Lansing. Here is the 0-2 delivery. Swung up on and fouled out of play. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes to Gabe McNeil. McNeil in the season batting .373, entering this contest with a .516 on-base percentage. He has 25 hits, 15 of those singles, 8 doubles, and 2 triples. This pitch just missing the mark for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to McNeil. McNeil trying to finish off what has been a very successful high school athletic season at Valley on a high note. Here's a chopper to third base, fielded. Toss over to first in time. That goes as a 5-3 putout, and that was a great stretch by the first baseman for Minford. Nice job. Carter Frazee catching that toss from third baseman Evan Richards. 1 is away here in the top of the 8th inning, and that brings up Hunter Cunningham. He is 1 for 2 today. He flew out to third in the 2nd inning, had a single up to center in the 3rd, and then got on board as a result of a walk in the 5th. Here's a chopper to shortstop, fielded over to first in time for out number 2. 6-3 on that put out. Max Louder, the shortstop. Able to field that chopper and get it over to first baseman Carter Frazee in time. Now we will see Thad Lansing, the junior shortstop, step into the batter's box. He is 1 for 3. He singled to left center back in the 2nd inning, flew out to left field in the 3rd, and struck out in the 5th. He'll take strike number 1 here from Ty Borland. Borland's had 7 strikeouts in the game, but hasn't had one since the 6th inning. This pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Borland working quick on the mound now. 1-1 the count. This pitch low and inside. Ball number 2, 2-1 the count. No runners on board. 2 are away. We're in the top of the 8th. Score is dead even at 3. Minford and Valley playing in a Division V regional semifinal from OU in Athens. Here's the pitch, and it is high for ball number 3. 3-1 the count, so Borland 1 pitch away from giving Valley a base runner. The Indians have left 7 runners stranded in this contest. This pitch is in there for a strike, and the count is full. Minford has left some ducks on the pond as well, 6 of them to be exact. The payoff pitch, a chopper fielded by the shortstop. A quick throw over to first base in time. A really, really nice play by Max Lauder to field that, and in kind of an awkward position, he was able to spin his shoulders around and square up and toss over to Frazee in time. For a moment, it looked like Lansing might beat it out, but it's not to be. It's a 6-3 putout. That's the way the last 2 outs are recorded to bring the top half of the 8th to an end, and now the Minford Falcons have served as Minford will come to the plate here in the bottom of the inning. If they score, they win. We're tied at 3 in this Sweet 16 matchup from OU in Athens. This is High School Regional Tournament Baseball on WIOI.
Here's the top brands: Chevrolet, GMC, Honda, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Glockner has an amazing selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Ask about the Glockner Guarantee. 12-month, 12,000-mile new vehicle premier coverage and 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage included on qualifying used makes and models. Shop online at Glockner.com. At Glockner, we make it easy.
Harris Floor Covering, located at 610 9th Street, Portsmouth, is the area's leading floor covering contractor. Harris Floor Covering has everything for your home or business, including resilient tile, sheet flooring, quarry tile, ceramic tile, outdoor floors, industrial floors, carpet, acoustic ceiling, underlayment, and more. Call Stephen Harris at 740-353-7959 or 740-352-9212. Harris Floor Covering, proud supporters of the youth of the area.
Minford and Valley tied at 3 as we move to the bottom of the 8th here at Ohio University in Athens in this Division 5 regional semifinal. It's being presented today on WIOI by the Sherman Cricker Insurance Agency. Call Your Home Medical, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, Correll's Bulldog Containers, Clark's Pump and Shop, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Mako Finished Products, Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency, and the Schmidt Family Restaurants, Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, and Buffalo Wild Wings. Due up for Minford here in the bottom of the 8th, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. That's Carter Frazee, Kobe Mullins, and Mark Napier. Frazee, the first baseman, will lead it off. He is 0 for 3 today, having grounded out to second base on 3 separate occasions. He had a couple great catches, retrieving tosses over to first base on a few putouts in the top half of this inning. He will take strike number 1. The 0-1 pitch from Nolan Barnett, swung upon, driven to left field. The left fielder for Valley is underneath it, and 1 is away. Caught by junior Gavin Hanna. F7 is how it will be scored, and that will bring up the catcher, Kobe Mullins, the freshman. 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out to third base twice in the second inning and again in the fourth. He's also grounded out to shortstop. That occurred back in the 6th inning. He's looking for his first hit of the evening. Mullins batting .318 on the year with an on-base percentage of .378. 28 hits in total for Mullins. 23 singles, 3 doubles, 2 triples. First pitch miss for ball number 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Nolan Barnett. Swung upon and missed for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Mullins. Mark Napier is on deck. Napier is 2 for 3 in the game. Keep that in mind when he steps into the batter's box here in a few moments. Let's see what Mullins can do. The 1-1 delivery from Barnett misses. A little high and outside for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. Don't forget that tomorrow, both the Green Bobcats and South Webster Jeeps baseball teams will be playing here in Athens, and we'll have both of their games for you on 92.1 FM WIOI. Here is a drive to left field. It is going to be caught out there, and that was going to land in fair territory. I thought for a moment that it was going to go foul. I don't believe it would have. That was an excellent job by the Valley Indians left fielder Gavin Hanna, who has made the last 2 snags. F7 it has scored, but Hanna really hustling over there to make that catch. And had he not, that could have certainly been trouble for the Valley Indians. 2 are away here in the bottom of the 8th, bringing up Mark Napier, who will bat from the left side of the plate. Napier with 2 singles today. He struck out in the 2nd, had a single to left field in the 5th, and then delivered an absolutely perfectly executed suicide squeeze bunt in the 6th inning, which allowed the game-tying run to score, bringing us to 3-3, which is where we stand at the moment. This first pitch is low for a ball. That bunt scoring Ty Borland back in the 6th inning. Here is a drive to right field, and that might get over the head of the right fielder. It will. It's going to roll back on the warning track. This could be a 3-bagger. Who knows, maybe more. A sliding triple for Mark Napier, his 3rd hit of the day. What a game the senior is having here in this regional semifinal. I believe that to be the first extra base hit for the Falcons in this contest. And boy, it couldn't have come at a more opportune time. Mark Napier, the winning run, stands on 3rd. The umpires are conferring back behind the pitcher's mound.
Okay. What was that? They must have, he gets third base. They must have basically been talking about obstruction or something, like maybe.
Don't know exactly what that conversation was in regards to, but all is well. And Napier is safe on 3rd base. And as was the case in the bottom of the last inning, Minford had a runner on 3rd with 2 outs. Couldn't get him home to end it. Let's see if things will go a little differently this time as Colt Donahoe steps into the batter's box. Strike number 1. It was Max Lauder on 3rd in the last inning, unable to get driven home. Mark Napier is hoping he does not suffer the same fate. The Valley Indians are hoping to get out of this jam and force a 9th inning. This pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 wind up and delivery from Nolan Barnett. It's in there for a strike. Surely Minford wouldn't think about another suicide squeeze attempt. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Donahoe going to foul it right over top of the Valley dugout. That hit about 5 feet over top the noggins of the Valley kids watching the game from the dugout, leaning up against the fencing right in front of the dugout area. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on 3rd. Bottom of the 8th inning, and this pitch will miss for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Donahoe 0 for 2 today. A couple of strikeouts, but he did walk in the 6th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Swung upon strike number 3. We will go to the 9th. And for the 2nd straight inning, Minford strands what would have been the winning run on 3rd base. The Valley Indians, who were up 3-0 early on in the game before a Minford comeback in the 5th and 6th innings, will now come to the plate to get the 9th inning underway. 3-all the score. This is high school regional tournament baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Little Septic Service in Wheelersburg has been dedicated to providing dependable septic service. Little serves Pike, Scioto, and all surrounding counties. Besides installing septic systems and cleaning out septic tanks, Little's does septic system renewal permit inspections. So when you receive a letter from your local health department telling you it's renewal time, just call Little Septic Service at 740-574-2033. From little problems to major issues, you can depend on Little Septic Service.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hawk, the owner of Real Estate Gallery. I'm inviting you to contact any of our professional realtors for all of your real estate needs, or visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Real Estate Gallery, we'll be there every step of the way. Real Estate Gallery.
Visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
We go to the top half of the 9th inning at Ohio University in Athens, where Valley and Minford are dead even at 3 in this Division 5 regional semifinal baseball game. The winner will go to the Elite 8 and will play in Marietta on Thursday evening at 5 o'clock. But who will it be? These 2 conference rivals, schools that are in very close proximity. They share the name of a road, Lucasville-Minford Road. They know each other well. Minford being the higher seed with the better record entering this contest with 25 wins and 3 losses, but 2 of those 3 losses were suffered to the Valley Indians, who went 20-7 this season. Leading off this inning for Valley is Kaysen Zyber. First pitch was a strike. Second one, very inside, almost got him. Ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up here in the top half of the ninth for the Valley Indians in this tie ball game. Here's ball number 2. As Ty, actually, we've had a pitching change. Excuse me, a pitching change. It is now Max Lauder on the mound. Ball number 3. So Lauder on the mound. 3-1 pitch, misses the mark. Ball number 4. And Valley's leadoff batter is on board as Kaysen Zyber will trot down to first base, and that will bring up Gavin Hanna. That's the second time Zyber has been walked in this game. Hanna is 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out to center. He got on board as a result of an error in his first plate appearance, which was back in the second inning. He's going to square up for a bunt, and he's going to get it down, but in foul territory along the third base line. That'll be strike number 1 for Gavin Hanna. So the go-ahead run is Kaysen Zyber at first base. Minford will still have its at-bat in the bottom of this inning, regardless of what Valley does here. Again, Hanna will square around and show bunt as Lauder now works on the mound for the Falcons. Third baseman up. And the pitch is high for a ball. A throw down to first and safe. Good idea. The base runner for Valley, Kaysen Zyber, had a big leadoff, but the throw forced the first baseman from Minford to reach to the foul side of the bag. Carter Frazee had to throw Ben to the other side of the bag. Might have been an out there. Nice idea by the Minford catcher, freshman Colby Mullins, but not to be. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. To Gavin Hanna. Again, he's going to show bunt. He gets a bat on the ball, and Lauder picked up the ball, looked over to second, wanting to get the lead runner, lost the handle, then scooped the ball up and tried to flick it over to first, which he did, but not in time. Runner is safe. So runners on first and second for the Valley Indians with no outs. To the top of the order goes the Tribe. Carson Powell will step into the batter's box. E1 is how that will be scored. 4th error of the game for Minford. Powell looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. He's going to square up and show bunt. High pitch, ball 1. So Lauder started off the game at shortstop. This pitch in there for a strike. Again, Powell was showing bunt, pulled away. Pitch was in there for a strike, and the count is now 1-1. Once again, he shows bunt. The first baseman moves up. Bunt is put down the third base line. Pitcher Lauder gets it, throws over to third for the force out. Getting the lead runner. Nice play there by the pitcher, Max Lauder. Perhaps a little redemption from that error moments ago. It goes as a 1-5 fielder's choice. And Minford has logged the first out of the inning as the number 2 hitter, right fielder Nick Queen, a junior, will step into the batter's box with runners on first and second and 1 away. He's 0 for 3 today, but got hit by a pitch during his last plate appearance, which was in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch by Lauder. It's going to get by the catcher, and runners are going to advance on the pass ball as the runner on second goes to third and the one on first goes to second. The count is 1 ball, no strikes after that pitch. 3-3 is the score. Top of the 9th inning. 1 out. Runners on on second and third for Valley. as the Indians in a prime position here to retake the lead after watching Minford rally from a 3-0 deficit. Here's Louder's pitch. It is going to catch the outside corner for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Louder's pitch. And it hit him. He will take his base. In his second consecutive at bat, junior right fielder Nick Queen hit by a pitch. He will trot down to first. And Valley has bases loaded with 1 away here in the top of the 9th in this tie ball game. 3-3 is the score, and that brings up the number 3 hitter, pitcher Nolan Barnett. Barnett has been hit by a pitch in this game. He grounded out to second. He got on board as a result of an error, and he had a single in his last plate appearance in the 7th inning. So of his 4 trips to the plate, he's gotten on board in some form or fashion 3 times. Hit by a pitch, error, and a single. And this pitch is going to get by Mullins. 1 run will score, and Valley retakes the lead 4-3. Gavin Hanna crossing home plate. All the runners advance. And Valley is back in front here in the Sweet 16. A couple of pass balls here in the top half of the 9th inning, and Valley capitalizing. Indians might not be done yet. Certainly an opportunity for a few insurance runs, with runners on second and third and 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to Barnett. This pitch will be fouled down the third base line. Strike number 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Nolan Barnett has pitched the distance for the Valley Indians. Ty Borland went the first 8 innings before giving way to Max Louder here in the 9th. The 1-1 pitch just misses for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The winner of this one will play in the Elite 8 Thursday at 5 o'clock, and that game will be played in Marietta. This pitch swung upon and missed. Strike number 2. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Winner of this game gets the winner of Harrison Central and Barnesville. The 2-2 delivery to Nolan Barnett from Max Louder. It is outside, ball 3. Count is full. Still just 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning, with Minford now trailing 4-3 as Valley has moved ahead, with Gavin Hanna scoring as a result of a pass ball a few moments ago. The payoff pitch swung upon, driven to center field, underneath it, and making the catch, and now tagging and going for home. He's going to score rather easily. Out in center field, it was Mason Bradley making the catch for out number 2. That scored his F8, but then on the tag, Carson Powell is able to get home. Sack fly. And it is 5-3. The Valley Indians have stretched their lead back to 2 with the number 4 hitter, junior Colin Green, the DH, stepping into the batter's box. 0 for 4 today, hit into a double play back in the 7th inning to end that inning. Louder's pitch. It is going to get by the first and second baseman. Another run will score, and Valley has extended its lead back to 3, doubling up on the Falcons. 6-3 the score. What a big knock there by Colin Green. Going to be a pinch runner for Colin Green, the DH, at first base, as Gabe McNeil gets set to come to the plate. This will be Braxton Conaway. Conaway, a football player for the Indians and a basketball player Very athletic, certainly a lot of speed. Not surprising to see him in there running. Here's the pitch to McNeil. In there for a strike. 0-1 the count. This is an all Scioto County, all Southern Ohio Conference Division III, Division V regional semifinal as Valley and Minford coming to Athens to go at it here tonight. This pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Playing on the carpet here at Bob Moran Stadium. A gorgeous facility. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 6-3 the new score. Top half of the 9th inning. Max Louder getting into his windup. The right-hander delivers this pitch, and it will miss the mark for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count. 2 are away. For Valley, 6 runs off of 5 hits, 1 error. For Minford so far, 3 runs off of 6 hits, 4 errors. Some of those errors costly. This pitch off target for ball number 3. 3-1 the count. The pitch swung upon and foul tipped. He did get a piece of it. Or excuse me, that was just strike number 2. I beg your pardon. Strike number 2. I was doing deductive reasoning there because I didn't think he actually got a piece of it, but I also thought there were 2 strikes. So, my bad. 3-2 the count. It's full, and this time he will swing away, and that is strike number 3. So that does it for the inning, but what a top half of the 9th it was for Valley. As the Indians put up 3 runs and take a 6-3 lead to the bottom of the 9th we go. Minford has to have 3 to extend the game, 4 to win. This is high school baseball on WIOI.
Outdoor living space for cooking and entertaining? Well, let the professionals at Portsmouth Block turn that dream into a reality. Their qualified team can help you from design through construction. Portsmouth Block has over 75 Provia manufactured stone colors and profiles to choose from. Provia manufactured stones are hand colored to ensure that they are as close to the real thing as possible. You're sure to find the perfect stone that complements your home. Partner with the design experts at Portsmouth Block, 2700 Gallia Street in Portsmouth, and enjoy your outdoor living space like never before.
The McKinley Funeral Home has built a reputation for service over the years. Folks in this area know that the McKinley Funeral Home is a proud member of the Lucasville community. In your hour of need, you'll find them compassionate and caring, serving families in our area since 1937. That's the McKinley Funeral Home. Call them in your hour of need. The McKinley Funeral Home, Lucasville, since 1937.
To the bottom of the 9th inning we go as the Valley Indians build a 6-3 lead over the Minford Falcons. 4 Valley in the top half of the 9th. 3 runs off of 1 hit, 1 runner left stranded, 1 error committed by the Minford Falcons. Just to keep you up to speed on how Minford had transitioned in the field during the last top half of this inning. Shortstop Max Louder went to pitch, as pitcher Ty Borland went to right field, and right fielder Kurt Glenn moved to shortstop. So for the Minford Falcons, down by 3, entering the bottom of the 9th. They have to have 3 runs to tie it and extend the game, 4 to win it in walk-off style. The number 8, 9, and 1 hitters are due up for Minford. Evan Richards, Kurt Glenn, and Max Louder. Richards is going to lead it off. He's gotten on board twice. Hasn't had a hit yet. He's 0 for 1, but he reached as a result of an error in the 3rd inning and was walked in the 5th, grounded out the 3rd in his last plate appearance, which was in the 6th inning. He'll swing away here. Here's a chopper to short, fielded over to first. In time, or is it? Yes, boy, the first baseman over there for Valley stumbling and nearly losing the ball and his footing, but Carson Powell holds on to that toss from shortstop Thad Lansing, and 1 is away. 6-3 on the putout, but certainly not without some drama. And that will bring up Curtis Glenn. Started out the game in right field, moved to shortstop. Kurt Glenn, a senior for the Minford Falcons. He's going to bat from the right side, awaiting the throw from Nolan Barnett. He'll swing away and miss for strike number 1. Kurt Glenn has had an outstanding athletic career for Minford. quarterback of the football team the last couple of years, as tough as they come. And he was also a member of the Minford basketball team, I should say, the last few years. Here's a grounder to second base, over to first, in time. 4-3 on the putout, and 2 are away. My apologies. Earlier in the game, I referred to Kurt as Colby. That's my bad. On the roster, Kurt Glenn is number 7, and Colby Mullins is number 9. Looked at it wrong, jotted it down wrong. Should have known better. My bad. But Kurt Glenn rounds out 4-3 putout, and now the Valley Indians are 1 out of way from moving to the Elite 8. Max Louder will try to keep it going for the Falcons. He will take strike number 1. Louder, as mentioned a little earlier, started the game at shortstop, went to pitch the top half of this inning. Strike number 2. Nolan Barnett trying to close it out. Louder in the game. 1 for 4. Singled to left center his last time up. The 0-2 pitch. Inside for ball number 1. Louder popped out to the catcher in the first inning, grounded out the third in the third inning, grounded out to short in the 5th, and then singled back in the 7th, as mentioned, to left field. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the 1-2 delivery from Barnett. Outside and low for ball number 2. Count evened up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Minford needing a 2-out rally to extend the season, trailing 6-3 here in the Sweet 16. The 2-2 pitch. Swung upon, and a line drive right to third base, and that will do it. Gabe McNeil gloves it, and the Valley Indians pick up win number 21 this season, improving to 21-7 for the Minford Falcons. They'll wrap up 2026 with an impeccable record of 25 wins and only 4 losses, but 3 of those 4 losses to the Valley Indians. And Valley does something that is so difficult to do in any level of sports: defeat a good team 3 times in the same season. The Tribe gets the 3-game season sweep this year, and Nolan Crabtree's Valley Indians go on to the Elite 8 and will play in Marietta on Thursday with an opportunity to return to state for the first time since 2021. Great game here on behalf of both programs this evening. Final score, 6-3. The Valley Indians prevail over Minford. Let's take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back to talk more about it. You've been listening to High School Regional Tournament Baseball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Planning to open a second office in Grayson, Kentucky. Collier is a local durable medical equipment company providing and offering free setup of home medical equipment. Collier tends to home oxygen, portable oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheelersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Collier Home Medical. Josie and Carly and all the gang at Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal wish the best to our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill dirt or limestone, contact Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck.
Thinking about a home cleanup project? Putting on a new roof? Replacing that old broken concrete driveway? Then you need to call the professionals at Correll's Bulldog Containers. They have many sizes of containers to choose from. Whatever your next cleanup or project around your property, call Correll's Bulldog Containers. Open 6 days a week. Phone 574-4455. That's 574-4455. Locally owned and operated. Correll's Bulldog Container.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, you'll find fantastic food, hot coffee, cold beverages, and drive-through convenience. Pay at the pump. Always clean and courteous.
Thank you.
Download the Clark's app to get signed up for the Clark's Loyalty Rewards program. Earn points with every purchase to redeem cents off gas or free products within the store. Visit the Clark's Pump and Shop nearest you, with locations in Scioto, Pike, Lawrence, Jackson, Greenup, Lewis, and Boyd counties. Look for Clark's Marathon and Arco stations. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return.